Thank you for picking up the Sticks. This is episode 149, Sticks Gaming Podcast. I am Mike Kernett. To my right is Mike State Carney.
What's going on?
To my left, Art, stuck in reality, Rosian.
Yeah, I mean, guess I gotta live in this world.
He just had a chance to not be in reality, and he turned it down. I wanted y'all to know.
Yeah.
So
Here's the thing, though. Part of my mindset with that is if I try it and like it, I'm gonna want to buy it. So if I don't try it, I'm fine.
Fair enough.
I will say that I just did a little calculus after I took it off. So
Yes.
we are right now in the middle of really good PlayStation timing and really bad PlayStation timing at the same time.
It's true.
The PlayStation VR 2 is out today.
Woohoo!
I'm looking at one right now.
Woohoo!
Mike touched it.
I touched it on my face. Stakes is actually Stakes. He played a lot more. We'll talk more
Not
about.
He played a lot more
little
compared
bit
to
more.
Mike's
A
10
little
minutes.
bit more.
Based on my 10 minutes I had.
I think I hit about 15. So
Hey.
It's 50% more.
Exactly.
That's right.
So really good timing on that. So we'll talk, very early impressions of PlayStation VR 2. Really bad timing on there's a State of Play tomorrow that's going to have Kill It Justice League.
15 minutes of
15
extended
minutes.
gameplay.
Extended gameplay. Very interested in that.
Yeah.
And then some third-party stuff, and then some more PSVR 2.
5 VR2.
Yeah, they keep honestly, I was saying
awesome.
right before we started, they just keep putting out these blog posts or YouTube clips or YouTube trailers of all these games that are out for PSVR 2, either right now or really soon to now.
I feel like that number is kind of like phony math, though. It's not, but it is. Because these games are out, but some of the games are Moss and Moss 2 and games that you had the chance to play before. They're not new VR experiences. Yes, it's there, but that's like saying PlayStation 5 launched with 300 games.
You're right.
Well, I mean, I said that was the original launch time that they talked about, but then they have all these games that they showed in the last 10 days that were not announced before this thing came out.
quite
To their
bit.
credit, they have announced a bunch of new games, but the tweet I saw today was launching with 40 games.
Yeah,
And
right.
I'm like, you're gonna launch with
yeah.
20 new games and 20 cash grabs for upgrades.
Right. Also, I sound like this not because I'm sick. I was sick last week.
Yeah.
This is because
We're all sick last week.
Yeah, this is
I don't know what game
because
like we're.
this. Yes,
I was
good. This was because I went to the Blackhawks game last night and got drunk and loud. So I blew it out last night. But
It's all right.
I'm sure.
If you give me COVID, I swear to God.
No, I'm good for months.
Me too.
So
That's why I was going to text you when you said you had. Cause I got it a couple days before. I was like, hey, if you need someone to wade in the eye of the storm, I'm your man because I'm invincible right now. I'm bulletproof.
oh my god. What else are we talking about today? Oh, we're doing most anticipated, right?
Yes.
We're doing that.
Yes.
It's early enough. It's still in February, so we're gonna do our most anticipated of 2023, which still doesn't feel like a really year to me. Yeah, Steak. What you playing?
Quite a bit. All right. Well, we'll just kick things off really quick. Yeah. PSVR 2 today. So far, hardware, super light.
Yeah.
It feels really good on my face. It's very light. The controllers are very nice as well so far. Just get a nice feel to them. Like you said, you can kind of just let your hands rest. And
Yeah.
you don't feel like they're gonna fall out of your hands.
Yeah, I've never used. I've used. Let's not the Move controllers.
Yeah.
I'm doing quotations on VR controllers for the
Right.
Move.
Right.
I use. The Quest 2.
The biggest negative point of the PSVR 1.
Yes. The Quest 2 controllers and these are the first ones. I know some of the higher end unit VR units have the same kind of controller
I
layout.
think the Vive has.
Where it's a
controllers
ring
like this.
kind of around
Yeah,
where
the ring
your
around
your
it.
fist would
Yep,
be.
yep.
But having it be there, I can kind of let go, and then the ring rests on my thumbs.
Yeah.
And kind of gives you that minute to a minute of freedom. But yeah, the controllers themselves felt great. I found all the buttons right away.
Yeah.
Right away.
Yep.
So that all felt good. The sticks are smaller than they were. That was something I picked right away. That these are small, but my thumb still stayed on place on them.
Right.
So yeah, that stuff felt great.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So the only game I really put time into, like I said, probably my 15 minutes was I did 2 races in Gran Turismo 7.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It looks really good, plays really well. It's a little jarring honestly, at first, because it's really, really cool. The minute you're in the car, like, this is awesome. Like, you look in your rearview mirror, wild. It's absolutely crazy.
How much does it make you want to buy a steering wheel controller?
I need to win the league next year.
Yeah, get 'em.
I need to win the fantasy league next year and use that money towards steering wheel and pedals.
Then a year after that, you can buy a sled.
Yeah, but no,
whole setup.
100%. I could and I was just using just the DualShock as we discovered. We believe
Yeah.
I forgot what are the controllers called? Like these ones?
Oh my god,
I forget what they're called.
Either.
They got another name. Is it just VR Sense? I don't know. Something Sense. But it doesn't. It didn't. We were trying to use those for Gran Turismo 7, and it wasn't registering.
Wasn't doing anything.
So I don't think those work with it. So I was using the DualShock. I was using the DualShock or the DualSense. Excuse me, not DualShock. DualSense.
They're called the Sense controllers.
Sense controllers. All right, just Sense controllers. All right.
There's no.
But there's actually two of them.
Yeah, there are.
This should be called DualSense.
Oh, they're called DualSense on the screen. I think. Now that you said that,
I did 2 minutes of internet research.
I don't know.
And I came up with that one.
But there was like one of the one trick I was doing, there was like a hill, and when I went up the hill and down, that's when I was like, whoa, like, oh goodness. And then one time I accidentally I did kind of bump a car in front of me, and got a little bit of haptic feedback in the headset itself.
Yeah,
got a little buzz. It was neat. Honestly, it was neat.
Does like surprise you, or is it?
Yeah, a little bit. It was. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. It does this. Like, okay. It was very light though. It was very, very light. Because I barely bumped them though too. So
I also hope it's not going to give you a concussion. So I hope it'd be like somewhat light.
Well, wait till you start playing that NFL quarterback game and you'll find out.
I was just gonna say, yeah, I got the demo of that. I downloaded. I haven't tried that yet.
See what it's like to be in a blue tent.
Yeah.
Line up behind the Bears offensive line.
That's right.
You'll find out real quick.
That's right. And then for literally 2-3 minutes, I did jump into Resident Evil Village. So I was doing just basically just the tutorial part of it. It's like you're just kind of walking through a bunker, and then you get to a shooting gallery. That is okay. So I got the shotgun. Mm-hmm. That had some quite strong haptic feedback in that, the recoil.
Very cool.
It's awesome. It was definitely more powerful than the Gran Turismo, but it was really cool. Really cool. So I am really looking forward to getting into that because it's very similar to. So I did play a little bit of Resident Evil 4 on Quest 2, and it uses that kind of style where the gun's here, so you holster your gun, you pick it up, you grab ammo, you put it in the gun, you pull back on the barrel, and then you're loaded and ready to go and stuff like that. Same with the shotgun. Got the shotgun, you're putting the bullets in the side, you got to pump it, and then you're holding it with two hands too. So you got this hand and this hand. So you got because the handgun you could hold with one, but if you
sideways,
you could go like that. Oh, you can go sideways. Absolutely,
that's a kill shot.
You go total gangster.
That's a kill shot.
But you have you can have two hands and stuff like that. So
neat.
But like I said, that was quick 5 minutes, and then you got here. So so it was really quick. So I'm really, really looking forward to really diving into this more.
Yeah, and I played the Star Wars game, which what's it called again? Galaxy's Edge, something.
Yeah, Galaxy's
Edge
or something. Yeah.
The one Star Wars game that they have on that. A couple things I noticed, just screen wise, it looked really good.
Yeah.
The screen door effect is basically non-existent.
Gone. Yeah.
I also mentioned the field of view, you said 110, right?
110 degrees
makes such a big difference. Yeah. You can there's the window that you're looking through is significant. It feels significantly wider than both the Quest 2 and the PSVR 1. Initially I was impressed. I was in there for 15 minutes myself, something like that. But still, even if just messing around playing with it, like I said, those couple things right away, those are wins. You don't be, man, this feels like crap to put on. Oh, this feels like crap to have control. The controller isn't comfortable. There's none of those things.
Nope.
There's not a single one of those things. So this feels again, super initial impressions. A next generation bit of hardware, which is really good.
And it takes 5 seconds to get going. You literally plug it into the USB-C in the front. And
Beautiful.
You're good to go.
I'm using that port for something else.
Yeah. No, what I saw, it was I don't know. Again, I had COVID last week, so I had all kinds of time. They sell the USB hubs that literally just click into the front of your PlayStation.
Yeah, I've seen those.
And it's basically looks just like the PlayStation.
It's supposed to be part of the system.
Yeah, right. So it plugs into those two things, and then you have you have 4 regular USBs, and I think you have 2 of the USB-Cs. So there you go.
have a USB-C for my external drive.
Oh, okay.
It's faster. It's so much faster
yeah.
than for Christmas. I asked for an external SSD that uses USB-C because the USB read-write speeds on PlayStation are just trash, and I couldn't deal with it anymore. The copying of games. What?
Why didn't you buy the internal one?
I did.
You need more?
Yes.
Oh my god. Well, Rainbow Six takes up like the whole thing, right?
Well, no.
Call of Duty.
I keep all my PS4 games on the external.
Yeah. That's a lot. I do. I've pared down. Like I've pared down games. Like, all right, these are games I either haven't played, plan on playing, or just want to have access to like at all times, just in case.
Sure.
That's right. I have the new internal one.
Yeah, getting the external SSD was just a quality of life thing for me.
I hear you.
I hate the USB speeds on PlayStation devices. I don't know why they're so much slower than industry standards, but they are. It's painful.
Because I have
plus the fact that you can't like kick off a copy and then just go play a game.
Nope.
And have it run while you have the machine in rest mode. No, it takes over the PlayStation and you have to leave it powered on and just stop everything you're doing to let it happen.
No, it's super annoying. No, I agree.
Am I super quiet or is he super loud?
Huh?
I'm never super loud.
You're really loud.
I'm really loud.
But I've been messing with
it,
so I'm going back and forth.
I'd
rather be louder than quieter.
Yeah, I'm just looking at bars. Because
then in the post,
spitting bars.
I can neutralize it. So
I got you.
I'd rather be louder. So this way, at least we're all there.
Cool. I'm sure I sound like garbage right now.
Oh, you sound great.
I'm good.
Sounds fantastic.
If you were like a 40-year-old woman, that would sound sexy. Mm-hmm. Got that gravelly voice.
Come here, sweetie.
Exactly.
All right, what else?
So games now, other games. Dead Space, the remake. It's so good. It's so good. I was going back and forth on getting this. Traded in a bunch of stuff. Paid credit, so I was like, well, why not? And the reviews were ridiculously awesome. So I was like, all right, let's try it. Yeah, I forgot how first of all how awesome just Dead Space is in general because the first one was great. Never really played the second or the third one. Just I don't know why. I just never did.
I know it's like it's. I mean, the third one actually I've never played. I have it. I've just never played it because I heard it's not great. But like the second one, I like the second one a lot.
Yeah, everyone seems to
just because
really
it
like the second one.
It really opens up, and you have like you as opposed to just being on the Ishimura, like you're basically on like a whole like colony. So like it really opens up into different locations and things. It's very, very cool. I like the second one a lot. You should definitely. I don't think they're gonna do like the Resident Evil thing now. They're like they keep remaking their games every.
I mean, at this point, why not? Right?
They're not putting out new stuff.
I mean, yeah. Well, they are putting out new. They're working on the Iron Man game now.
I'm thinking another like Dead Space.
Oh,
like
no,
Dead Space 4.
Sure. Yeah, no. I mean, at this point, I feel like you might as well. Like, why not? It was done so well. You've got the engine now, so why not just keep rolling?
Sure, it's gonna be one of those things. If it sells, they'll do another one.
Yeah, I think it's going to. So, but yeah, no, it's awesome. I mean, it's Dead Space, so you've played it. I mean, you have played it, so that's the one thing. But it's so good. It looks great. It plays great. The sound is incredible. So if you were a fan of Dead Space, I recommend it. Next game I was playing after that, this game Shadow dropped at the end of January during the Xbox Developer Showcase. It's from Tango Gameworks, and no, it is not horror.
It's quite the opposite.
Quite the opposite. Hi-Fi Rush. So this is the anime / rhythmic action game. It's awesome.
Yes, I've been playing that one too. Yes, it's very, very good.
Yeah, I need to get back to it. But I played through the first 2 chapters, I think. The first boss battle was awesome. Like, and I hear the bosses just keep getting better and better as you go on.
Yeah.
But like visually looks incredible.
Oh.
Like the going from cutscene to gameplay just looks amazing. It takes some time to get used to in terms of like gaining in rhythm and stuff.
Yeah.
But the nice thing is, if you're not in rhythm, you can still play it. I mean, you can still play it.
Yeah. Usually, I shy away from games that grade me as I go along.
Yeah.
I don't really. That's not a thing I really like. But
you don't like going for those S tiers and Cop gaming?
No.
Capcom games?
No, Devil May Cry. No.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. But like this one is like, I don't really care because it's like I don't feel it doesn't make it doesn't. I'm not going to 100% this game because I looked at that and it's like that's like there's a lot to do if you wanted to do that.
Yeah.
But there is just so much personality in this game, and like you talking about like Like everything goes to the music, like all like the backgrounds and like the animations and the walking and the talking and everything is to the beat of the songs that is playing at that moment. It's genuinely funny.
Yes. Oh my God, some of this dialogue is just gold.
It's so good, and there's this so well timed.
Yeah.
And, and they have like visual gags too. Like they show this in the debut trailer or whatever, the release day, whatever. Then like when they show him getting like thrown off of the bench and like slammed up against the wall.
Yeah.
You walk up this hallway and you walk back like the same hallway. You could have completely missed this, but like you can see the fence he like got smashed into, and you can see like an outline of his body like in the fence. It's like little stuff like that. It's like it's so fun.
Yep.
Like I like all the characters a lot too.
Yeah.
I think I love the setup of like, all right, it's like a corporate, it's like Amazon the future. It's like
Yep,
they have their hands in everything,
Yep.
including this like new robotics thing that they're trying to do. It's called Vandalay Industries, by the way.
I saw.
And it's like these, and they're all like different like heads of different departments, or like the bosses. It's like the head of production is like the first one. It's like it's a really cool, unique setup.
Yeah.
On top of it, just looking great, super fun to play.
Yeah.
Has a right level of like little secret things and sideways, and it's really, really great. Yeah, I just started it a couple of days ago, and yeah, because I didn't want to do it. I'll talk about how I was playing games during my COVID in a minute, but like I wasn't in front of my actual main TV with my stuff, so I didn't like have that.
Oh.
I didn't want to play a rhythm game remotely, so like so I had to wait on that one.
That makes sense.
But yeah, man, Hi-Fi Rush, that's a thing.
Oh my God, so good. Let's see. I played from beginning to end. Persona 3 Portable.
Man, we haven't recorded in a while, have we?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Jeez.
Been a minute.
It's been a while. Although I will say I put some serious hours into that, like in a matter of like 2 weeks.
God damn.
I just kept playing it. Honestly, Persona 3 is one of those games that like I had it back on PS2, like the FES version. Played a bit of it, just never finished it, like never, or anything like that. And then finally I was like, I'm going to sit down. And it's nice because the way it's set up is like, it's not like, it's a little different where it's like not so, like you're not walking around town and stuff like that. So like you do kind of miss out on that kind of stuff. So it's more like visual novel-ish with the way you're going through. But then when you're in the dungeon part, that's when you're actually like running around and then fighting enemies and all that kind of stuff. But it was excellent. It was very good. So if you have Game Pass, highly recommend it. And then I did load up for just a second because I wanted to kind of see it because I put many hours into Persona 4 Golden on Vita back in the day, and money.
Who's a winner? Mikey's a winner. Yeah,
it's always gonna win some money.
$9, baby.
Woohoo! And that looks awesome too. So like I eventually will probably when I got quite a backlog building up right now, so but eventually get back to that. But Persona 3 Portable was absolutely awesome. But I was rushing to get, quote unquote, rushing. I was actually putting a ton of hours into it, and I finished it the day before Hogwarts Legacy came out.
Oh,
yeah, it's so good. It's really good. Have you played it, or you just been watching Karen play it?
She's not playing it. She has work to get caught up on before she.
Okay.
It's a carrot at the end of the stick.
No. I asked her and she said no. I have this stuff like that.
Oh, good for her. Yeah.
She's such an adult. I don't like it.
There's the other to sidetrack you here. The other thing too is she's insisting on playing it on her Switch.
Oh god.
Oh jeez.
Oh my god.
Which I told her, I'm like, it's not coming out till July.
And
it's
not
going to
even
be
gonna
terrible.
Work. It's not even going to work. I don't know how this is going to work.
Is it a legit game, or
it's
is it
coming out
cloud?
5 months after?
No, it's cloud-based deal?
It's supposed to be like on the system.
Here's what you do: show her Sifu on the PlayStation 5, and then Sifu on the Switch.
Oh,
you know what?
Yeah.
She barely plays games as it is. If that's how she wants to play it, she can play it that way.
I was gonna say, she probably still enjoy it.
And then when it
like,
sucks, then the Xbox is still there for her to play it.
Yeah,
on.
there you go.
Let her borrow your Steam Deck.
No.
There was no hesitation. On
My goddamn Steam Deck. I did swap out a analog stick on her Switch Lite though, so repairing random shit around the house.
Yeah, I did that for one of mine too. It was surprisingly easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear it's really. That's a.
It was.
Easy. Yeah.
I also heard people take the buttons out.
Oh, yeah.
And change them to be like the Xbox button layout,
Yep.
and then they can go in. They can go into the settings and change what does what.
Yeah, which actually is kind of nice.
Yeah.
I wish I could do that because every time I play my Switch, I'm like, oh, hit X. Oh, that's not X.
Oh, damn it! Wait, that's not X either. God damn it!
Yeah, it's the third option.
Yeah, did you put shapes on these things?
Yeah. But yeah, no. Oh my, it's so good. It's so good. Like, and this thing, like, I'm not like a Harry Potter freak.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I enjoyed the movies and everything like that. I like the universe.
Whatever you say, nerd.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. I don't mind. But man, I am just. It's just from right away at the beginning, like it grabbed me instantly, and then I got my broom, and now I'm flying around everywhere, which is awesome. I am playing on an Xbox. It definitely has some performance issues here and there.
Does it?
So I'm playing it balanced. You could. So, go into the whole, like how like Calypso Protocol, like how they had like PlayStation team kind of helped them, and now like so that version works great. And this one and then the Xbox version kind of has some issues. Well, it's kind of the same thing here again. Or like, so it's like, again, I don't know if that's necessarily the case. We don't know if it's necessarily the system. Don't know. Like, I have no idea. But the fidelity mode, like, so I'm playing on balanced mode. So like, and that works for the most part really good. I tried ray tracing mode. Woof. It was like just crawling. It looked amazing, but it was crawling.
Looked great as long as you didn't move.
Yeah, exactly. The minute you like just started turning, I was like, oh God.
Take a screenshot. All right, go back to performance.
Yeah. It doesn't do anything mind-blowingly new, which is fine. It's just a good open world RPG in this awesome world. It looks good.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool going to the classes though, and taking the class, because usually that's how you learn like a new spell, and then there's like a certain way, like, and it's cool because it has you do like the wand flicks like for the first time you do it, and then you just assign it to a trigger button then to actually do it after that, like in battle and stuff like that. The battle's actually kind of a little challenging. It takes some time to get used to. Once you get used to it, then it's not so bad. But like it's a little jar. It's at first you're like, oh man, like okay, this is. I think it actually died a couple times.
I gotta pay attention.
It's like shit. All right, I gotta actually like try. But no, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, this is like, I don't know anything about Harry Potter.
Yep.
At all. And like I said, this looks like a good game, but I feel like it would just be lost on me. It'd be like wasted on me, kind of. You know what I mean?
I think it's one of those where like you would enjoy the game itself, but you wouldn't get that like, this is so cool. Like this is so cool that I'm doing this right now and doing this right now.
You'd be like me watching a Marvel movie.
Right. So I went to the Hawks game with Matt yesterday, and he talked about like they just came back from a little vacation. He was up late watching TV, and a Marvel movie was on, and he started watching it, and he's like, yeah, and then like all these people start turning to ash. I don't know what's going on. Like, you just jumped ahead like 10 years.
You just skipped like 30 movies.
He's like, I know who Iron Man was, and that's about it. And like why are you even watching this? Anyway.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Get it. The guy who wore the whipped cream bikini in Not Another Teen Movie, that's Captain America.
Yeah. And then finally, the last thing I've been playing, and it's like freaking crack to me. The Rhythm Final Bar. So this is the Final Fantasy rhythm game, and I used to play this game back on the 3DS. An insane amount of time on it, and it's happening again. I think I'm already up. It came in on Friday afternoon. It is now Wednesday night. I think I already have close to 13 hours into it. Yeah, that's all I've been like up until before VR. Now that's all I've been playing, and like Ishin is just sitting there.
I can see it.
It's there. It's been picked up, and it's just waiting. It's gonna be waiting a little bit longer.
It's been out for a really long time in Japan. It knows how to wait. It's fine. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I waited 14 years.
Yeah, right. It's fine. Now it's your turn to wait, Ishin.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my other GameStop credit. So that was paid for. So I was like, well, of course I'm going to get it. So let me just pick it up. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, I've been busy and about to be busier.
Yeah, I can tell you. You just picked up a new pile. Art,
yo,
what you playing?
Not nearly as much as steak. Wow. So I haven't been playing, but I just feel this is a fun story to tell. So, I voted for God of War for Game of the Year.
You did?
Yeah.
Haven't played it since.
Oh.
Because
Uh-oh.
my son wanted to play Lego Batman 3. Okay. So I, took the disc out, put Lego Batman on the PlayStation, let him play
God.
it. Then he touched something and I can't find the fucking disc.
Oh, no.
So now, at some point, I'm going to tear apart my whole goddamn basement to look for this fucking thing. So don't have
hope
kids.
it's not like-
Don't have kids, people.
Scratch the hell and... Oh, no.
Just don't have kids, people.
All digital future, everyone.
Yeah. It was a Christmas gift. I didn't even say in the matter.
No, 100%.
So what I have been playing, so as mentioned, I got a Steam Deck. Tested that out with some Portal 2.
Oh.
Ooh.
Looks great, runs great.
Nice.
I miss Portal 2.
Great game.
Does that support the RTX on the Steam Deck?
I don't know.
I would think not.
No, I would think
think
not.
so.
I wasn't sure. I would assume not. I just wasn't sure. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
I just looked for a game that Steam had rated as,
as
Steam Deck approved or whatever,
right.
and that I had in my library and installed it. So yeah, that works great. That's really all I've played on the Steam Deck so far. I've sat there and replaced the SSD in it already because I got the one with the smallest drive. Looking at ways to get Epic Game Store on there and eventually Xbox game streaming, so I can just do everything on it. Let's see, boring PC nerd stuff. Playing Out of the Park Baseball 23.
He's playing it right now, everyone.
I am. It has been open.
As we speak.
It has been open on my computer for 2 weeks, so the number of hours played on that's gonna be off the charts.
It was the same thing. I walked by the computer in my living room, and I think Amelia had Steam open, and I guess Art's Live. What the fuck's he playing? Out of the base, out of this park. Yeah.
Yeah,
There
so
it is again.
started off with the White Sox for 2 years, made the playoffs, left to take over an expansion team, got fired after 3 years, went to the Red Sox because they were one of 2 teams offering me a job, and they had a massive payroll.
What was the name of the expansion team?
Portland Toros. I didn't name it.
That's terrible.
I didn't pick the locations.
Portland's fine. Toros is terrible.
I don't
Makes
remember.
no
I don't
sense.
remember what the other one was either. There was a because there was 2 teams. I don't remember what the other one was. I think it was Columbus something. And the Mariners moved from Seattle to Memphis.
All right.
Interesting.
So yeah, there's that. I wish there was an NFL equivalent of this game.
Amen.
It goes so deep into just the nerdy minutia and team building stuff that I wish.
Supposedly, that's kind of. I mean, the rumor was that's kind of what 2K was working. I haven't heard anything since. It's been a while.
No.
That was 2 years ago, and there was
Oh, yeah.
Remember 2K was starting to work on an NFL game.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a simulation.
Because it wasn't Madden. It wasn't
Right.
an actual. It was supposed to be more it sounded like it was going to be more like that. I wonder what happened.
I
to
wish.
that.
I would gladly fork over $70 or something like that if it was in the same realm as how good and how deep Out of the Park is. Let's see. Outside of that, after our last podcast, I played some of that Vampire Survivors.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was digital crack for about 3 days, and I had to just walk away. I had to walk away because I'd sit there and I'd do a couple of runs in the middle of the day while I'm working, and it would be fine. I'd die, and then for whatever reason, my zone time was 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And I would sit down and start a run at 3 a.m. and I would go the whole time until the devil shows up and kills you. And I'd be rolling in bed at 4 a.m. I can't do that and be gainfully employed. So I had to stop.
That sounds about right.
Dude, I was I 100% at Vampire Survivors.
Nice.
I was that's done. I've done it. Then I bought the DLC, and I haven't touched it since. So I was like, do I want more? Maybe I didn't want more. But I want to give him some money, so yeah, I bought it. It was also $1.50 or something. stupid.
Right.
Yeah, but that was I went hard for 3 or 4 days and I had to stop before it got me fired.
God, it's so good. The game's so goddamn good.
Oh, and the other thing I played the first chapter of Batman: The Enemy Within.
Nice. Yes.
Finally.
Yes.
I bought that at launch, and I finally played the first chapter.
Oh my goodness.
It's really good.
Stay tuned, audience. Spoilcast is coming years
Fuck,
after.
I'm gonna have to
release.
replay it.
It was really good.
How about the black and white version?
I was there you go.
Yeah. I would say I had to play the normal version, because first time I had got to play it, but
Right.
I kind of want to go back and play both of them with the black and white
yeah.
now.
So yeah, as I have time, I'll get around to finishing that eventually.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
I think that's it. I would have played God of War if my goddamn kid didn't touch things he's not supposed to touch.
Boy.
God, that sucks.
Don't have kids.
So, I kind of like finished up a bunch of games I didn't play for Game of the Year. And a bunch of just random stuff. Because again, I had COVID, so I was like, I got some time on my hands.
Did you take off work during COVID?
Oh, yeah. I was incapacitated for multiple days.
You must have hit harder than I did.
So I played all the way through Tinykin. It's kind of like a... No, I've never played Pikmin. But my understanding is a Pikmin-like. Super charming. It is... again, you have all these different variety of these little guys that you find... Like you go into a level and it's like you're like a little person in a big room, but like the big rooms are like from like the 90s. So like you're like in some kid's room and they have like VHS tapes and stuff like that. So that's like the vibe of it. And you find these little guys and they follow you around and they have this one guy like the purple ones are super strong so they can like help you move objects. The red ones explode, so they explode. And they have I think 4 or 5 different types that help you solve all these puzzles in these different rooms. To kind of like uncover like the mystery of what is going on because like you're a little human in a giant human world, so how that happened. Yeah, it's super charming. It's very, very good. Both kids love it too. like it's like, what are you playing? Like, hey, sit down, watch it. Nice. And then they went downstairs and started playing it like immediately.
Nice.
Yeah, Tinykin was really, really good. I don't know if that would have made my top 5 list. I don't think any of these games actually I played would have made a top 5 list. Yeah, I don't think they would have. What order do I want to go in here? I was going right as
chronological.
I don't even remember. It's been so long. All right, so I bought Gotham Knights. The best thing I have to say about Gotham Knights is I'm happy Steak likes it. I no longer own that game. I played it for like 12 hours, and I was just like, man, I feel like I just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I feel like it was like a collection of mostly good ideas that didn't connect with each other or were not well thought out. Even like the fighting, just because maybe I'm holding it to like Arkham standards, which is like I shouldn't be because those games are all great.
Yeah.
But like the not having a counter button, like when you're fighting, you have like the attack buttons and you have like dodge and roll, but there's no counter.
Right.
So like that like extra piece of rock paper scissors, I think definitely changes how much fun and how badass you are in that game too, because it's like you're just like doing like your attacks and rolling out of the way, and you have like super moves.
Sure.
The emails were really cool. Like you get emails from people in the DC universe, which is really neat.
Yeah.
I like the way that when you can go in and you get the different costumes, like you don't just get like here's costume A. But costume A has like 3 different masks, 3 different shields, 3 different like overall. I mean, so you can kind of like mix and match, and like make them look the way you want to make them look, which I think is really cool. I felt the world was super empty, so like there wasn't all these other things going on, and like I felt like a lot of it was just like, really ham-fisted. Where like I talked about the emails a minute ago, like you get an email very early on, like, hey, here's the 3 things you can collect. I'm like, all right, like these are the collectibles in the whole game, like all at once. With like no context or point, like you can just find batarangs. Okay, no, I guess
I can. Why do I want to?
Like it would have been like honestly, what would have been just like so much cooler. I thought is like as opposed to like because the batarangs were like a training thing for these guys. Like Batman would hide them and you would go find them. They would, of course, would be like up high, wherever it is. Like instead of doing that, just be like because you have 4 different characters and you could switch them
on the fly. Yeah.
And they has really cool story beats with each individual one. Like they had like the checklist that you would go through. They had like the main stories, and they had like individual stories for each one of the kids, each one of the guys in the Bat family, which is all really neat. I wish they would have just been like, all right, go be Robin and go to this spot and have a memory with like Robin and Bruce.
Well,
that would have been so much more impactful.
That'd be cool.
And like that would have felt like the ones from Miles Morales. I thought like when he had those type of things, like when he got those recordings. Mm-hmm. But they just have like, and they could like play it out where like they have like a shadowy version of Batman and a shadowy version of Robin like have their interaction. Like I thought that would have been so much more impactful and fun and like would have made me want to go find those things as opposed to here's a batarang, there's another batarang, there's a weapon cache drop. I got all these currencies. I don't know what the fuck any of them did. Like I played for 12 hours. I don't know what they are, and I was able to upgrade things, but was it good? Is it bad? The investigations, or you're beating up bad guys to find out like when they have premeditated crimes when you go in and trying to fight them. The premeditated crimes is a really cool idea.
Yeah.
That you get gathering intel and when you're actually taking that crime down, that's interesting. But like the way you gather the intelligence is like you punch a guy, he's on the ground, and like little magnifying glass like tokens suck up into you, and that's
the intelligence.
That's it. Like, it's
they couldn't put something there where you're interrogating him as you punch him.
And they have interrogations in there too.
Well, they do, but it's all very like generic text and voices and stuff.
And that's ultimately where the game lost me, was just like the repeated dialogue and like. I mean, I was Red Hood a lot because I like Red Hood, and I thought he actually played kind of. His gameplay was actually better than I thought it was going to be once I got like into the progression of the tree and getting more abilities and things like that. But like, man, his like dialogue was so bad, so bad, and like I finished. I was like, I was done with it. I traded it in because like games I was doing like an extra like 50% trading thing. So I was like, okay, well, if I trade in right now, I spent like $5 on this game basically. So I felt good about that. And so I watched a playthrough of it like on YouTube, whatever it is, and like the dialogue is not getting any better. He just kept calling. He keeps saying like, and it's not just him. It's like all of them. Like 3 different times, they're like, "Oh, stupid cave-in. Oh, stupid ninjas. Oh, stupid." Like literally verbatim. That is like as like base low level it is. And as like a DC fan, I just want more out of these guys. I love the Bat Family, and I love that story. And you know, I wanted, especially with like the Court of Owls, and the Court of Owls stuff was pretty cool too. Yeah. And I didn't get to that point when I was playing it, but watching, I was like, man, that is neat. That is really cool.
That was the best part. Was that whole that.
Yeah, and I mean, it has like, again, it's like. It's close. Like, you know, it's like it's like there's like the connective tissue between the ideas just isn't there, or not detailed enough, or just like I don't know. It just didn't feel great to play. So for me, wasn't a big fan. What else? Oh, on the opposite end of the spectrum, Inscription. Played all the way through Inscription. Holy Lord, that game's great. It's like, for people who don't know, it's like it's a deck building game, like a card game, but it's so much more than that. It does like the Doki Doki left turn on you, like after you get past the first section of it. Man. Oh man. And it just keeps
You're going. Setting an awfully high bar here,
Sean. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm telling you. I said if when I was playing, like, you know, you see, you know, you're in this cabin. There's something they've always shown. It's like you're playing this guy in this card game in this cabin, and they have like a map that you're progressing past, and you get progressively. It's like almost like there's like almost like a roguelike in this section too, where it's just like you die, he kills you, you trade some of your cards that you got in to make like a more powerful card, and he takes a picture of you that turns you into a card with those like the stats that you pick. So like, you not only are you building your deck, but you're kind of like specializing your deck and really picking the things that you want in there. So you know what you're kind of doing as you go along. And you're like, okay, I should go left to get to this trader, or I should go right to get to maybe avoid this fight, so I can go this way and get this better thing. And then, you know, and the way the game is played is just like you got this deck of like cards that are basically like sacrifices. So you got to play sacrifices first, and then play your more powerful cards. Like you got to sacrifice 2 things. So you got to sacrifice 2 things on the board to play your bigger card. And then you just like, and then I don't know if you ever play like the more like intricate board games where it's just like, okay, I have a machine gun. And then I stole your knife, and every single time I do an attack, it shoots machine gun knives. Like, it's like that level of things in your cards that you do. So like, I have the squirrel with the sacrifices. Okay, now every time I do a squirrel, it automatically pops back into my deck. So I can just like play it and like play a sacrifice it. And then when I do that, I can get like put down this massive card at the very beginning, or I had this massive card at the very beginning that causes like 6 damage to the left and 6 damage to the right, and I mow through the map. And then once you get to the end of the cabin piece of it, the world opens up to this almost completely different game. And then there's things happening, you know, in front of the TV, I guess is the best way to say it. And it's so good. It's so smart. It's fun to play too. Like, I'm not huge on card games, but this one's like you get into the flow and you really feel it. and it iterates and changes and keeps it fresh the entire time I was playing it. It is so very good. It would have been on my top 5 list 2 years ago, I guess, when it came out. It's
technically the console version came out last year, though.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Oh, dude,
so it could have counted.
Yeah,
we've done that.
We used this loophole.
Yeah, we did it a couple times.
What was my number 5?
I don't know. You're the record keeper.
I know. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah. I was like, I don't remember.
Was it WWE?
Oh yeah, I think it was.
I think,
I think you did sneak it in 5.
I
Yeah.
think I like this better.
Yeah.
I hate to say that. I played all the way through Stray. It was interesting, and that was about it. The ending was, I thought, very dumb. I thought they were gonna do something. I think at the point, okay, here it's gonna be all right. Here we go. It's gonna get really cool, and then the credits, and then it was over.
Bad.
Yeah, I was not a huge fan of that. Game of the Year container.
Oh God,
it was like,
no.
well, I don't know.
God no.
Stupid cat people. So I played Signalis, got to what I thought was the ending. When I was just like, okay, I got to be close to the end here. So like, I'm going to finish it. I enjoyed it, but I was like just done with it. Got to what I thought was the ending. Turns out not the ending at all. Like it has like an ending, like full credits, and then then there's still more to do.
Yeah.
Like it is such a big fake out. Like I did the same thing. I was like, I just want to watch the last like 2 hours of this game, like on a movie on YouTube. The first one I clicked on stopped the same spot I stopped on. Missed like the last 3 hours of the game because they thought that's how big of a fake out this ending is.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's really crazy. Yeah, really enjoyed that game still. I played Agatha Christie's ABC Murders. It was free on my PlayStation Plus thing. It's fine.
Yeah. Fine.
Got your money's worth?
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't challenge you at all to think. You would think so in a murder mystery deal, but like you can't really be wrong. So it's fine. So I said I had COVID. Went out from my TV, so I played all my games. Just before, like 3 weeks before I got COVID, I bought the Android Backbone, like the Android version of the Backbone.
Nice.
Lifesaver.
Yeah.
Dude, this thing is great. Like you plug it in and there's a Backbone app that opens up, and it had my Game Pass already on there.
Nice.
I paid because the PlayStation Remote Play app doesn't use third-party controllers.
Right.
So I spent the $2 on a third-party one, hooked it in, works great. And like I played a bunch of games on both the PlayStation and the Xbox and cloud with the Xbox, and I wouldn't even know the difference.
Nice.
It worked so great.
Awesome.
The controller feels great too. Yeah. It houses the Galaxy, the S22. Was it Ultra? So like the big ass screen. It has a headphones jack pass through. It has a power pass through. There's no real power on it. Like there's no charger or anything on the controller. Right. It uses the power from the phone. I played Call of Duty Mobile because it was free, and I had the controller and I was just wrecking house. All these kids with dumb touchscreens. I was killing these. I was killing these kids.
Stupid touchscreen people.
Killing these kids. And the game I played the most during my COVID was I went back to Planet Coaster.
Oh yeah.
Cause I bought I bought the Super Duper edition and had like the downloads, and I always was doing the challenge modes, like the career mode, but never just did like the challenge mode, which is just like you have an empty park, here's $4,000, go.
Yeah.
And I did that, and I did that for like 3 straight days. Nice. And I took up the entire space. I had a beautifully run park. I had a whole, I got the Ghostbusters DLC. So
I was going to ask you about the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, oh yeah, so I
you
had
spent your $4,000 on Ghostbusters characters.
You can't, dude. You don't have enough money to buy that shit. I had to work my way up to that.
Right.
So yeah, I had you started in the fairy tale world, and I made a Ghostbuster world that had like the firehouse, and it had the penthouse hotel, and you can make lightning and fog, and you have the holographic ghosts flying around.
Nice.
I had a massive, huge Stay Puft Marshmallow Man that looked like he was stomped on a roller coaster. Like you can make his eyes move, like follow the roller coaster as it goes by. Like you can do all kinds of stuff. So I had a Wild West world. I had all kinds of stuff in this thing. And it was running it was humming. By the time I ran out of room. I was like, well, that's all I can really do unless I want to tear something down and start from scratch.
Yeah, then you go Six Flags and you tear down something and build anew.
That's right.
Nah, I was very happy and satisfied with what I built. I built they have those those like they have it at Six Flags, so like you're in this like circular thing and it lifts you way up into the park and it kind of spins around slowly and shows you.
You just see everything. Yeah.
So like you can part of like the thing with Planet Coaster is you can like basically go into like through the eyes of any guest and just like
cool.
And like you're not controlling it. I can move like where they're looking, whatever it is. So I'm doing this thing. So like after I finished the park and everything's running great, I was like, let me just kind of spend a day in my park. And I do, I'm on, I guess, on different rides. The guy goes onto that ride and it's
undercover boss,
more or less.
Yeah.
And it's spinning around, and then it gets to the Ghostbusters world, and they go, oh, Stay Puffed. Like so, like you can hear like the banter happening in the rides.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's so cool. It's so charming. That game is honestly, it's really, really great. It's very accessible. I'm sure it works way better on a PC, but like
VR.
Well, they had the Cities one, which I think is from the same guys.
That would be cool. Like I'm just thinking, like when you're following, riding the
dude,
coasters and VR and stuff. That'd be awesome.
When I was riding one of my rides, it broke down. Actually, like it was one of those like giant drop things. And, like that one ended, and then it like the smoke came up from like the terminal thing. That's how like when it breaks. But yeah, I mean, it's really, really great. Just saying, there's so many just like fun little quirky little things, and you can see like how the people interact with each other and interact with your park, and it's really, really great. Like I said, it works really, really nice on the controller too, which is surprising how they got that to work. I mean, I didn't build any roller coasters. I just used like the predetermined ones, just because it's so it's
a lot of work to do that,
dude. And like it's not like putting it all together to make it work is one thing, but make it all to work and like not have people like be like, no, that's too intense. I'm not riding that ride.
Right.
It's really hard to get into that sweet spot. And they also have like a community where you can where people have already made rides that you can like download.
Oh, cool.
So I downloaded a Ghostbuster roller coaster that someone else made it, but it had a whole had triggers and had the guys like shooting their lasers, and it was just like it was a whole thing.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, I'll just put this in my park, and I had to build it. I just bought it and bought it for no money and put it in my park.
Nice.
Yeah, that was like the perfect comfort food for sitting there, just like sitting there watching the world go by me for the 4 or 5 days when I was sick.
No, that's cool.
I know you said you did basically your gameplay was start off with $4,000 and just build. Like I remember back in the old Roller Coaster Tycoon days, they had like different scenarios where it's like you take this park that existed, they have stuff like that in that game.
Oh yeah, so they have free mode, which is just do whatever the hell you want, like no money restrictions, like go nuts.
Nice.
Then they have the challenge mode, which is like to start with $4,000. They have like easy, medium, hard. Basically, it's like how finicky the park people are going to be, how finicky your workers are going to be, how often shit breaks down, like stuff like that.
How often fist fights break out.
Well, they have like pickpockets and stuff like that. And so like I didn't have enough security, and like I had in a month I had something like 30 pickpockets, and I put like 3 security guys out there, and I'm watching the security guys like run people down, and like
That's awesome.
Like they'll catch and be like, all right, we've solved 5 pickpockets, like
nice,
we give money back to the people, like all right, good.
That's cool.
But to answer your question, they do have like
scenarios.
Scenarios. Yeah, I think that's like their career mode, I think is what they call it. And they have it like it goes as simple as just like, all right, have 2 straight months of profitability, or they have one where it's like it's a really crazy setup where like the park entrance, then there's like a platform with like not a lot of space. Then there's like a ravine between like where the rest of the park is. So you gotta like somehow figure out how to get all the people over to the other side and like make it user friendly. So some people just like if it's like not user friendly to get over there, they'd be like, I'm just not going over there.
Yeah.
Or there's not like a really good reason to go over there. Like people just won't go over there. And then in that same one, they're like, all right, you got to make a roller coaster that goes into the gorge. Cool. So like they have those type of things. They have like a bronze, silver, and gold as you go along there too. And there's that is fun and challenging too. And that's a really good way to learn how to use all the mechanics, because like it starts you off in the beginning of your career being just super basic. Like here's how you open a ride. Yeah. Here's how you make a path to the ride.
Do they still let you jack up the price of umbrellas when it rains?
There is no umbrellas. There's plenty of food and drink and balloons and hats and stuff like that you can have. Like I had a special kiosk that just had Ghostbusters hats and Ghostbusters balloons in my Ghostbuster world, and you saw people with the goggles on walking around in the park and stuff like that. So it's really really cool.
You spent $50 on something that cost me 20 cents.
Yeah, dude, I was like, I had
profit
for real, and like not only that, it was like you get they're constantly like pinging all your guests, and they'll tell you like, hey, 30% of your guests are thirsty, or 30% of your guests are like think this ride is cheap, because each ride, like, you have an entrance fee, and each ride has a fee. That's how you make all your money. And they're like, oh shit, okay, I'm gonna go up and jack the price up a little bit. If like 45% of people think this place is cheap, well, let me fix that.
30% are thirsty. Well, 30% need to take their ass to a concession stand and buy a pop.
It was like it's like 12% of your people are thirsty. I'm like, you didn't get a drink. There's drinks everywhere. Well, one of the complaints I kept getting out was like, I ran out of money. I'm like, oh shit. And I was like, how do I, like,
ATMs?
That's what it was. I had to you have research things where like, I'm going to research a new ride, or I'm going to research a new stand, or I'm going to research a new piece of like scenery, wherever it is, and then you put a little money into it, and then you have access to it. And what ATM was one of them, so I started putting ATMs everywhere.
Nice.
It was great.
Nice.
And you can put a fee on it if you want.
Don't. $10 withdrawal fee.
Yeah.
It's like I think the way the economy works there, it's just like
put Vegas to shame.
Every dollar I think is like $1,000. So like when you start with like $4,000, I think you start with $4 million.
Oh, okay.
I got
so like if you put like $1 fee on like an ATM, it's like, what are you doing? Like
that's $1,000 fee.
Yeah, but still, like, hot dogs are like $15. So I really don't know how all that. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, it's not like, they're definitely much more forgiving on like, I know that ride does not cost me $900. I'm sure that ride costs like thousands and thousands of dollars if I were to actually make it. But no, that game is always on sale. Like the Super Duper Edition's like always on sale for like $30-$40. Like it's.
I'm pretty sure I have that on Steam.
It was a PlayStation Plus game, I think, back in the day.
Pretty sure that was PlayStation Plus.
The PS5 version, I think, too.
Yeah, it was. Because it was on Game Pass originally. That's where I started playing it. I liked it so much I bought it. So yeah, that's about as ring endorsements I can get. I had this thing for free and I bought it. But yeah, it's such a cozy game, and it was exactly what I needed in my time of need.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
That's it. Steak. What's coming out next couple weeks? Right. Or we want to hold on to that because is that part of our most anticipated?
Yeah, I guess so, because we would probably start. At that point, so that's fine. So we'll just go. So I'll skip the new releases, but our PlayStation Plus games for February, as it's wrapping up here. Destiny 2 Beyond Light, PS5, PS4. Ali World, PS5, PS4.
I just bought that game too.
What we thinking? Evil Dead, the game, PS5, PS4. And Mafia Definitive Edition for PS4. Our PlayStation Extra / Premium games for this month.
And those games just came out. Cause they came out in the middle of the month.
Just happened. And man, it is a hell of a month.
It's a banger.
Kicking things off, Horizon Forbidden West, the PS4 and PS5 versions.
Yes, sir.
The Quarry, PS4 and PS5 version.
I think that was my number 5 game, actually, now I'm thinking about it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I don't know. Do I like Inscription more than Quarry? I don't
know. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard for PS4. Outriders, PS4, PS5. Scarlet Nexus, PS4, PS5, which is funny because that just left Game Pass. That was on Game Pass forever. Now it's on Extra. These are your extra games, by the way, so I'm signing right now. Borderlands 3, PS4, PS5. Tekken 7, PS4. Ace Combat 7, Skies Unknown, PS4. Earth Defense Force 5, PS4. Oninaki, PS4.
It sucks.
All right.
That's a throwback, ladies and gentlemen.
I was waiting. Yeah.
That's a throwback from a podcast we used to do in the garage.
Get the fuck out of here. Lost Sphere, PS4. I Am Setsuna, PS4. The Forgotten City, PS4 and PS5.
That game's great.
And then your premium games. The Legend of Dragoon, PS1.
Watch it out.
With trophies.
Rejoice, nerds.
With trophies. And if you bought the PS1 Classic back in the day, it's free to download the PS5 version. Because mine, I was shocked. I was ready to pay $9. Went to it, and it said free.
There you go. Good for you.
And now I have it again with trophies.
Yeah,
so I add that to my list of everything else I had.
Yeah.
I actually got...
You're never playing Yakuza. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I got premium because they had like on sale for... I remember
they had like a really cheap sale,
it was like $12. I'm like, I'll give it a spin for a year and see if I play anything on it. I'll bet $12 on it and see what happens.
Yeah.
The answer so far is no. You guys are curious.
Well, it's nice because
plus a ton of games on there, honestly.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. But it's nice because Legend of Dragoon is also standalone. So if you don't have premium, it's $10. So, or if you, like I said, you bought it previously,
That makes so much sense. Like, why would you not do that?
They should be doing that with all of these. They don't do it with all of them. Wild Arms 2, PS1, same thing. If you bought it the classic, you get it free. You can also buy it standalone, $10. Harvest Moon, Back to Nature, PS1. That is not standalone.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And Destroy All Humans for PS4. I decided to skip. I am officially skipping Xbox Games with Gold because it doesn't fucking matter.
I don't even know what happens anymore.
That's still a thing.
It is still a thing. I don't think I've claimed a single game.
I don't think I've even heard of the games that they put out there.
No,
and I'm kind of into. We do a video game podcast, and I feel like I should.
I don't know if you know this, but Mike plays some really obscure shit.
Yes, I do.
That shit is even more obscure for any. I've never even heard. I saw the tweet. Back in the early in the month that Major Nelson put out, and I was just like, oh,
I don't know what the hell this is. Yeah, I don't know.
But Game Pass is still a thing and still going strong.
It is.
So available. This was it said today, but that was as of yesterday. And I did download it. I have not had a chance to load it up yet. Atomic Heart.
Me too.
Cloud, console, and PC. Merge and Blade, cloud, console, and PC for February 28th. You're welcome, everybody. This next one I bought during the holiday season. Soul Hackers 2, cloud, console, and PC, February 28th. If you have always had a interest in the Persona games but did not want to get into all the social stuff and all that stuff, give this a shot.
Oh, that's what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's very Persona-like in terms of like because it's still turn-based and everything, but there's none of the extra like where every day you gotta go to school and talk to people and figure out all that.
I don't need a
it's
separate-
Wait.
the social stuff.
So you're saying it's more smashy, less talky?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It still has. It's still an Atlas RPG. So there's talking obviously, but
less talky.
But there's a lot less. But it's a turn-based. So
I don't need a separate journal and separate calendar.
yeah, none of that. F1 22, console and PC. It's part of EA Play, March 2nd. Wulong Fallen Dynasty, cloud, console, and PC, March 3rd. If you play that on cloud, power to you.
I was like, cloud works great. Well, at least, I
don't
take
know
it back.
for something like that though.
Take it back. I was playing remote play from my Xbox.
Okay, that works.
That's not
really
cloud.
good.
Dude, that works amazing.
It does.
No, that's cloud powered, isn't it?
It is, but it's a different. I think it's different than the X Cloud. That
Yeah, I don't think I actually used straight actual Game Pass cloud
yeah.
during my hiatus from living.
Flight Simulator got an update. New Zealand, February 23rd.
Didn't have New Zealand there before. I feel
Is there just a blank spot in the world where New Zealand is?
coming soon,
It
2023.
It was like Google Maps is blurred out.
62 handcrafted points of interest and 10 new missions to bask in the majestic of New Zealand's diverse landscapes and above.
They made it pretty.
They made it pretty,
Okay,
basically.
that makes a lot more sense.
Made it pretty.
than just having a black hole.
Yeah.
The whole country should be.
It's just a giant koala.
Yeah. Perks, Apex Legends, some perks, Multi versus some perks that no one's playing that game anymore.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny how that just kind of.
Well, so I don't know if we're going to talk about this, or not. I don't think we're not, because I already saw the news. But all these games as service games closing in the last 30 days, they've only not even been out for a year yet.
It's great. I love it. Let's get away from that because now that you've played Gotham Knights, you could tell that's exactly how that game started. Was it?
Oh yeah.
Because they couldn't figure out how to fully take it out.
And I don't know. I watched a video of it, right? Where it's spoiler alert for Gotham Knights. Ready? 3, 2, 1. You fight Mr. Freeze twice. And the first time I was watching it, it was Nightwing. And the second time, it was Red Hood. And Mr. Freeze kept talking to the last time I fought you. You didn't fight him. You fought a different guy. Little shit like that. It was just
yeah.
It's the collective you.
Yeah, exactly. The whole team.
Yeah.
And then finally, the game's leaving February 28th. Alien Isolation, Crown Trick, Dragon Ball Fighters, which is crazy because that's been on there a really long time.
Yeah.
Far Changing Tides, Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 13, Madden NFL 21.
21?
21.
Why is that still on there?
Well, because
it's better than 23.
What EA Play always does, because now the 23 just went on. Now they're dropping 21 off at EA Play. They always have like the most.
That's
the two most recent ones.
That's an L.
Yeah. And
replacing 23 with anything is not a win.
Oh yeah.
Which I've been playing again recently because I just have football problems.
And an Octopath Traveler. So just continuing the getting rid of Square Enix on Xbox.
Extra.
It's time for some news. Anyway, let me see what this news was again. There wasn't a lot of it.
There was not a lot of it.
We'll call this the Art Victory Lap. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom will be $70. First game on the Switch at $70, and boom, I called that.
Fucking ridiculous.
Called it. People thought they were going to wait until the next hardware iteration came out for $70 games.
And everyone's eating it up.
Fools.
Because everyone's eating it up too. No one's complaining.
You can complain. Everyone's still going to buy it.
Yeah, no, I know. Everyone's like, oh, I don't care. I'll pay $100. Charge me $100.
I would say they're lucky Nintendo didn't put it out there at $80. they're lucky Nintendo didn't say our first party price is $80.
Y'all can have it.
I'm good.
Yeah.
This
is like the first. Like it's funny because like every time, like a lot of times there's games where I'm not necessarily hyped about, but then like it gets closer and I start hearing more. And the reviews are well and everything. This game can get a perfect 10, and I still will not buy or play it. The only way I will play it is if someone tells me that weapon degrading is gone, and then maybe I'll give it a chance. Maybe.
When you can find it on sale for like $65.
For $60.
65
in 2 years.
$65 in 2 years.
Oh, Zelda's on sale right. The first Breath of the Wild is on sale right now. $40 still. $40.
That's what
it's been cheaper before. It's been $30.
It's a 5-year-old game.
Yeah.
More than that.
More. It's 7 years.
Oh, okay. Continuing on with great news. PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo have all announced they're skipping E3 this year.
I'm not surprised. Like, it sucks, but I'm not surprised.
I'm going to miss the big showcase.
Yeah.
You know, just because it's so cool. And they always have some surprises, and they always make a big show of it. They're probably still going to have something anyway. Like,
Microsoft will still do their Xbox showcase.
Yeah, I mean,
Nintendo Direct will have a huge Nintendo Direct.
And PlayStation, like, will do it a month later. You know, because that's how they've been doing it recently. I don't know. I miss the spectacle of it because I do miss like the appointment TV of being in front of a computer at this time to watch the stream of their press event. But I mean, am I surprised by this? No. Is it going to go to Keighley? No, because they don't got to do this kind of stuff because it costs them like millions of dollars to put this shit together, and they don't have to do it because all this stuff's selling like gangbusters anyway.
I'll say, and they can just have Phil Spencer stand in front of a stage at Microsoft headquarters and talk and show videos and do it for 1% of the cost it would cost.
100%.
Take them to rent out a venue in Los Angeles, and the only thing I regret is that I over the past few summers, when everything's been spread out with the Summers Games Fest, I just miss it all being in one weekend.
100%.
Oh,
Thursday to Monday or whatever it was, I know. All there.
Give it
now
all
it's,
to me.
Now it's you get 2 this week. You get 3 that week.
I know.
You get 2 more this week.
And you get this one, but is this an important one? Like probably not. Like that was just Pokemon. All right, cool. And it's just like it just keeps. I don't know. Yeah, I
got one from some publisher. He's not even going to talk about games. They're going to talk about culture
or a movie.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, like Ubisoft. Ever since they started doing the Ubisoft forwards, it's like before when it was part of like E3, it's like that's like an E3 thing, so I gotta watch it. Now these forwards, I'll catch up on that later. I don't even watch it when it actually airs. Actually, the last one, I was like, oh yeah, that happened. I should probably go check that out. Like it was mostly Assassin's Creed. That's when they did that one, but it was like, but still, it was like one of those where it's just like, oh, cool. Like it's just like, but before, like no, it was like Ubisoft's one of the big E3 ones. I gotta watch it. Like now, I don't care.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's just for completely other selfish reasons. But like,
100%.
I 1,000% agree with it. If I was a stockholder of any of these companies, I'd be like, don't do this.
Yeah.
Don't waste our money.
Yeah.
Or even like the production team for these events. I mean, We can put together some videos for you and have Phil stand in front of his bookcase with a hidden message.
What about that developer thing, that the developer direct that Xbox just did? It was just like a whiteboard.
I thought it was really well done.
I thought it was great.
Very well done.
I thought it was great. It was just like, I mean, the developer stuff. I mean, obviously, that's like a different level of costing money, because I'm sure they didn't pay the developers more money to stand in front of the thing to talk about that. I mean, they still got to put a production together. They still got to edit it and cut it.
Yeah, they just made them work 70 hours that week instead of 65.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of crunching for their game. But like, I'm totally fine with those.
Yeah. No, if Xbox, like, it was nice to see that, because it's like, okay, if you guys could start doing that more, I'm all, like, obviously they'll probably do something like how they've been doing for like E3, like more of like an actual like showcase.
Yeah.
But like, I would not mind like that deep in that. Like, there's also like that Hi-Fi Rush. Like I mean, besides being like the shadow drop and everything like that, like them like explaining it and stuff, like that was actually like, it actually got me into it even more.
Yeah.
And then I was like, cool, like, because it was like, you could tell like the guy that was like the lead developer, like director on it, like he was so excited about it, and like you could feel that you could get that energy off of him, and it's like, yeah, I'm excited for this now too.
And having it be like, and it's out later today,
that was
as opposed to just being like,
that
like a blog post or like something like that.
Or like Forza without a date still.
Yeah, well, I'm saying having like the showcase and have like the moment where like the developer is like, it's going to be available later today,
that was
as
awesome.
opposed to just being like, a tweet or like, there's much more spectacle to that. But not as much spectacle as like, having a full orchestra and or like,
right.
having, Keanu Reeves coming. Yeah, it's like, it's not quite that level. It's still cool, but not quite that level.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Last one we have is by Mike's request, which I agree, we need to discuss this. So they're releasing a Tetris movie on Apple TV Plus, and they released a trailer for it. And somehow they've turned the Tetris story, into some spy Cold War thriller nonsense shit. Not spy, but
that is really how that went down.
Yeah, it is. But I'm sure there's gonna be some dramatic liberties taken by Hollywood.
There was, I don't know what streaming service but they just put out very recently a 3-part documentary about the same thing. But like, and I just watched it.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, this is really cool. And then they hit this trailer. And the trailer is amazing. Like, between just like how cool like the story looks and how cool the story is, and seeing all these different portrayals and like I'm sure like I said, the artistic liberties will be there, of course, because they still gotta cut down like years and years and years and years worth of stuff in an hour and a half presumably. But like the music and like the Tetris theme like hitting the background and just like. It looks so good. Like, it has no business being this good, and like putting so much budget behind a Tetris movie is just absurd.
I watched that trailer and like my thought afterwards was like, this is a movie about a game about blocks.
Oh my god! But it's about the Cold War, and like, but it's like about so much. And like, I wish I'm gonna find what this documentary is in a minute. But like, the documentary is like mind blowing. And I hope the movie gets into some of those pieces too, because it gets kind of dark and crazy, on top of it being super interesting and showing like behind the scenes Nintendo stuff and like showing and like talking about prototype Game Boys and the president of Nintendo playing Tetris. It's so cool. It's so amazingly cool. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, I don't get me wrong. While I think what they show is kind of outrageous, and like I said, I'm like, this is a movie about a game about blocks. I'm absolutely looking forward to it coming out, and I'll watch it as soon as it's available on Apple TV Plus.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a minute, so you all better talk. I gotta find. I'm getting a lot of Tetris documentaries coming up right now. None of the ones I'm looking for.
Yeah, I didn't. I gotta watch that trailer still, but
you haven't watched it yet?
How didn't you see it?
No, I didn't get a chance to see. I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Here, throw on your fancy VR headset and pull up YouTube.
VR too, yeah.
Pull up YouTube and just search for Tetris movie.
That's right. But no, just the idea of it. I'm just like, are you like? I saw that, I was like, what the hell? I will say, the newest Super Mario trailer that they showed during the Super Bowl.
Oh my god,
was amazing.
I didn't see that one. I think that might have been when I was wrestling my kid into taking a bath.
Dude, oh my god, awesome. Like, I don't get a chance. Go check it out.
I don't need to see it because the kid wants to see that movie when it comes out.
Oh yeah, the movie's gonna be awesome. But the trailer, the what they showed was really really cool and fun.
Like every now and then I'll sit on the couch and like pull up YouTube on the TV and just like play trailers and let the kid watch them and like. You know, a lot of it will be like the Marvel stuff. Like, you want to see that movie in the theater? No, I'll watch it at home. You want to see that movie? And like the only two he's like, I want to go like make the effort to leave my house and my toys to go see is Super Mario and Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Nice.
Yeah, this is it's so good. Like this one and they did so much in like this like 15 seconds.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
it's so short, but it's so good.
And like that woman talking. You know, that woman is the voice of Princess Peach from the cartoon back in the day.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's the same person.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
and
awesome.
You can, like, that phone number, you can call that phone number. And you can text that phone number. And you can go to that website. And they have all kinds of stuff. They have bad reviews from a Koopa Kid. Yeah. It's so good. It's so clever. I cannot wait for that movie.
I know. I'm so pumped.
Okay, by the way, the Tetris documentary is called The Tetris Murders. And it was on Discovery Plus.
Okay.
But they have it in other places if you want to get it, pay for it. But it's not. It's mind blowing.
Nice.
I had no idea Tetris had such a. I knew it was Russian, but I didn't know it had such like has such a crazy history.
Nice.
That's it, though, right?
That's it.
All right. So, one of our yearly occurrences, we go over the games that have been announced for this year, maybe. If they do in fact exist.
I was like, towards the end here is when we start speculating.
Yes. They've been announced. Maybe they're coming out.
Yeah, we could decide, make our own decision on that.
And then we talk if this is like on our radar or if it's just a thing that's happening.
That's right.
In this hobby that we love so much.
That's right.
Is this where we get to play game or not a game?
I can go. Kind of I can go long. Yeah. I can tell you my vibe on that one. On
There's
some of these.
Some that show up.
Yeah.
All right, so
I will let you know when that hits me.
February 24th, Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe.
Not a game.
This is the Wii version that's being remastered. Also on the 24th, Octopath Traveler 2.
You like Octopath a lot, right, Steak?
I do. I have it ordered.
Add it to the pile.
Yeah, add it to the pile. Well, the only thing is, I was gonna hold off on it.
Yeah.
But the Best Buy version comes with a steelbook,
Oh.
and I go ahead and put that on eBay the minute I get it, and it usually pays for my game.
That's insane.
So almost every single steelbook that I've ever gotten from Best Buy, I throw up there. So I don't know if it's like people who just didn't get it, or I guess overseas, a lot of people
you're very clear that the game is not included,
yes,
right?
Very clear, very clear. Actually, even what was it? What was my most recent one? When I got the steelbook for Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, that actually they paid me money to buy that game.
That is insane.
So that was awesome.
So I still have my steelbooks from Deathloop and Cyberpunk.
If you don't want them, I will say the Cyberpunk one, no. But maybe now, because when I was trying to sell it, though, it was before it got popular again and big again. But the Deathloop one, you probably get something like $20 off of that. The Mass Effect Legendary Edition one, I had sitting around for a couple of years. I just sold that last year. I still got $50 for it.
Damn,
Jesus!
People love steelbooks.
All right, so I'm just gonna start buying games that come with steelbooks.
So yeah, no, I see them on like Best Buy, like on the bottom shelf. There's like it's $10. I just pick this shit up.
And even online. Like online, they'll sell them for like $5, like a year, like a few months after the release of the games. But nope, people want them right away. I don't know what it is, but whatever.
It's a whole secondary market I didn't know about.
Yep.
Yeah.
So at the very worst, maybe like it'll pay for at least half the game. Like at the very worst, at some of these that I had.
I'll take anything.
Like I think it was Ghostwire Tokyo. I think I got like $30 for that one, which whatever. That was half the game. I didn't care.
Yeah.
That helped. All right. As we said earlier, March 3rd, Wulong Fallen Dynasty. March 9th, Fatal Frame, Mark of the Lunar Eclipse.
That's a new game.
Yes.
Okay. I don't,
First time, in the U.S.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant.
Brand new for U.S. Unfortunately, digital only. March 14th, I have been hiding this from my son. Hot Wheels Rift Rally. That is like the live action Mario Kart one.
Yeah, it's from the same guys that did the Mario Kart one.
But supposedly, I was reading about it and saw some previews, and supposedly they fixed a lot of the issues that they had, like with the Mario Kart one, and this one's actually like really good. But I'm again making sure my son does not see that.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Can you see the cars scattered about?
Yes, I know. I made sure to avoid stepping on them.
I already have enough cars as it is, and also I think he's just a little young for that.
Yeah, probably.
Like I think he has he's into like the stuff like Hot Wheels and like in like the Hot Wheels Unleashed, but that like actually like setting it up and like playing on I think he's still like a little young for that. I mean, he's 4, so a little bit. Also on March 14th, Valheim is coming to Xbox and Game Pass. March 16th, I have this pre-ordered ready. The Dark Pictures Switchback VR.
Oh yeah.
So that's going to be kind of like the Rush of Blood.
Just about anything with VR behind it, you're going to be pre-ordering here for a while.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a nice thing. So outside of the games I got, I also bought a lot of PlayStation gift cards. So like, because I knew this stuff was coming. So yeah, so that was very helpful. March 17th, Bayonetta Origins, Cerza and the Lost Demon. I still don't know about that game.
It took Bayonetta 3 forever to come out. This is like it's announced and out in like 4 months.
But it's so different. It's not.
Yeah,
it's so different.
No, I know. It's completely different.
I think what this was is it started as a different game and they decided to make it a Bayonetta like Origins kind of game.
That makes sense.
Also on March 17th, WWE 2K23. Mike's getting it.
Yeah, I mean, I love that first one, and like they're saying all the right things about this one.
They are,
and like I think we talked about this before when I was talking about WWE 2K22. Was like the foundation is really really good. Like they don't need to mess with the foundation pretty much at all. Like the wrestling is good. They're adding a bunch of stuff. Obviously, I mean they have a fairly decently updated roster because they haven't gone through like a massive purge of their roster in the last like 5-6 months. Right. So they have a pretty decent like amount of roster on there. The GMO is going to get expanded. Universe is going to get expanded. They had a War Games, which looks super fun.
What's expanded in the GM mode?
The amount of GMs. You can play against up to 4 GMs at once. Right. So not just like head to head. You can do local co-op. So if we don't want to get together and do that, we can do that. Yeah. They're already talking about.
We'll drink and play that, and then switch over to hockey once we're drunk.
Goodness gracious.
That was a great stream.
They're going to have more match types, like 3-way fights, 4-way fights, more titles.
All right.
So, I mean, it looks like they're really going to expand on it. And they keep saying the universe mode, which I got pretty far into last year, they're completely revamping it, is going to use like the MyRise engine and give you more control over like what happens like before, during, and after the matches.
Oh, cool.
And hopefully not crash if you have like downloaded characters like all the time.
Right.
And I guess
it's still 2K. So
I know, and it's new too. This is going to be like a big switch over. So we'll see.
What you're saying is wait a couple months and get it. Got it.
Well, also like last year, I mean, 2K22 went on sale really fast. It was like under a month, and like the primo editions were like $20 off.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
So maybe.
And they still haven't announced the DLC stuff. So I'm curious. I'm very curious. Because they will announce that before it comes out, like they did last year.
They just teased something like yesterday.
Oh, did they?
They had a stream that showed like they keep doing like the rating reveals, and they had like an interruption, and they showed like people freeze frame some stuff that looked like Bray Wyatt's logo, and
good.
And he's not in the game.
Yeah, I saw he wasn't in it. But him, Uncle Howdy, maybe.
Yeah, and it's like bad news something. I guess Bad News Barrett, who I don't know who that is, because I think that was in my blind spot of WWE.
Okay.
So it's like they hinted at a few different things there. So I think like next week they're gonna show what the DLC is.
Okay. Cool.
Bad News Brown.
Bad News Barrett.
Bad News Brown.
Bad News Barrett. They might be making a Bad News pack.
Is that Wade Barrett?
Probably. I don't fucking know.
I never saw the guy wrestle. I just know he's a commentator
there
now
was a
somewhere.
good like again 10 years where I didn't like this is like
I know.
This is like 10 years pre-Twitter where I didn't even get like those kind of updates.
Yeah, right.
Where like there's like a whole like slew of superstars that like were huge. Right. I don't know anything about.
Nothing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, for sure.
Oh, that's it. My kid's working his way through all the Royal Rumbles now. He's worked his way all the way back to like 2012, and he's asking me, he's like, "Is this person ever won?" I'm like, "I don't know who the fuck that is." Yeah. Stop asking me questions about wrestling, please.
I watched today. They had a I was gonna say. Oh, they had like a free like retro Ring of Honor match. It was a ladder match between then it was Kevin Steen back then, but it was Kevin Owens.
Oh yes.
And oh god, Generico I think was his name. Who was Sami Zayn, but like in a luchador mask, and they had a ladder match, and they fucking destroyed each other. It's free on YouTube right now. It was insane.
Nice.
it was like straight up. It was from the Hammerstein Ballroom, so it was like old ECW vibes on top of it.
Nice.
And they destroyed each other.
Nice.
It was really cool.
All right. March 24th, EA Sports is back in the golf game with PGA Tour. Also on the 24th, Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
I will be getting that, not day one, but I will be getting it on PS5 for the VR stuff.
Oh, that's right. It's free, right?
Yeah. It's gonna be free. They just announced it yesterday.
Yeah.
It's going to be free DLC. They're working on it.
When we first started, didn't you say you didn't like that game?
Well, we're going to give it another try.
You can get it for the VR.
We're going to give it another go.
I've been waiting for however many years we've been doing this for the big blow up between you two over that game.
Well,
we're at 149 episodes, Art. I don't think it's going to happen.
Well, I fucking quit, okay?
It's coming.
You have to do the next one without me. I'm done.
Yeah,
Honestly, listen, I know you're probably going to get it like right away.
hell yeah.
Those games tend to go on sale quite quickly, so I'm going to wait.
Yeah, I just got my Game Informer in the mail because I spent the extra $5 to get physical.
Nice.
I don't know why.
Game Informer's still a thing.
Yeah. And Resident Evil 4 is their cover story, so
nice.
I gotta check that out.
Nice. March 28th, The Last of Us Part 1 coming for PC.
I keep looking at that because I just keep watching the TV show.
Also on March 28th, MLB The Show 23.
Yeah.
Game Pass yet again.
That blows my mind still. 3 years in, it still doesn't make sense to me.
That's right.
That doesn't blow my mind anymore. That probably blows my mind is that Sony still expects their customers to pay $70 for it.
Yeah.
But they still do, though.
Yeah. I mean, they must. I mean, yeah.
Well, this is the first year that they have their PlayStation Plus Premium and
An
extra.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I don't see it happening though.
I mean, I'm surprised to get Horizon. I mean, we kind of glossed over that, but Horizon 2 has only been out. It's been out for less than a year.
It's about for a year. They also have the DLC coming out.
Oh yeah.
And the
April.
VR.
And then the VR.
The VR game.
I mean, the VR game's separate, but
when does DLC come off that thing?
April, I think.
Yeah,
Well, I think
soonish.
they haven't said it. I think it was like initially like April or something. I don't know if it's. They haven't said anything about it. Maybe we'll get something at the State of Play. About it a little bit.
Probably.
And then no dates yet, but they say March. Sifu is coming to Xbox.
Oh,
And
I keep staring at that
PC.
game.
PC too. Yeah. Okay, it doesn't say PC here. But okay.
I keep staring at that game because I bought it. Speaking of steelbooks, it came with the steelbook.
Oh, nice. You should sell it.
I should.
Especially with the Xbox version coming out, you should sell it.
I should fucking play it.
And then we'll see.
Should do a lot of things. Like
Maybe the remake of System Shock. Supposed to be March.
That's not a game.
We'll see.
Now I'm being legitimate about it.
Yeah. All right. To April 4th. Last gen to get their chance for Hogwarts Legacy, PS4 and Xbox One.
Still no Switch.
So no Switch.
Switch isn't until July.
It's not until July.
So crazy.
I know.
And my wife's gonna be disappointed.
It's gonna run like garbage.
Yeah. April 14th.
I tried telling her.
Or
I tried telling
honestly,
her.
because it's still July, it could just get flat out canceled. It wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
Tried telling her.
April 14th, Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. You gonna try that, Mike?
Maybe. I've never tried. I mean, I didn't have a Game Boy, so that would all be like brand new to me.
Yeah.
I bought that ZX collection. I never played it.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of Mega Man, do you see the Minecraft Mega Man thing they put out today?
Yeah.
Holy
That's
crap,
kinda
that looks so
crazy.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm about to look at that.
Yeah. Speaking of Minecraft, April 18th, Minecraft Legends.
See what I did there? I'm going to do that. That's a good job.
Thank you.
I have no
really
list in
easy.
front of me.
April 21st, we have two games that we will see if they actually both come out in this day. It's games that we've been waiting for. Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp.
That one I believe.
Yeah, because they actually set
100%.
Yeah. And it got moved up a week. Dead Island 2.
Sure.
It went gold.
Yeah, it's done.
We'll see.
I mean, I feel like it's gonna come out, and then we're gonna have like a montage of bad graphical glitches. Like it's just going to happen.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be like the teeth and eyeball, floating in the midair, like level of bad.
It's gonna be terrible.
I just feel like this is gonna be. I don't know if the game's gonna be bad. I can't speak on that, but
Right.
I just feel like it's just
The
not.
glitches and the
it's
problems.
gonna be.
It's gonna be Duke Nukem Forever.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
issues.
smorgasbord of just like weird shit going on in this open world.
Oh yeah, I can see that. April 27th, The Last Case of Benedict Fox.
Ooh yeah, Very excited.
Give me
about
Game
that
Pass. Me too. That looks awesome. I'm jealous. Steam's got a demo of that right now.
one. Fuck them.
Just go.
Fuck you, Are.
Probably would work on your Steam Deck.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, I could try on my PC, but I'm not shutting down baseball. to do that.
You get home like it's 2045.
Holy shit.
It really went.
April 20.
I'm in like 2033. Okay, I'm in the off season. Got a lot of decisions to make here.
They change rules.
That they can, but they haven't in my sim yet.
Oh, okay.
I've had it. I had it before where I was playing where they expanded the roster sizes.
Added a fifth base.
No. They did some other goofy shit too, but yeah, like the game will change rules in your sim.
I was messing with that NBA 2K thing like last year, and it's just like you can do that. Like they have you like vote on like rule changes like an actual GM. Like,
Yeah.
Or and then you can change before you even set up it. You can set up different conferences and divisions, and you can do all this stuff. And man, it's just like we're gonna fuck all that up, and then not let you change it. All right, go.
Terrible. April 28th.
It's not an episode till we work on Madden Rant.
Yeah.
April 28th. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. And everything. I just keep reading.
Is that like Vampire Survivor but Star Wars?
No.
Hold on a minute.
We got a game.
I'm not even like a big Star Wars fan. That would work amazingly. Can you imagine?
That would be amazing.
Oh,
That'd be
Panic.
incredible.
man.
But
Man, fuck that game. I want to play Art's game. No, it's like I am excited about it too. I liked where that game.
awesome.
I like where that game kind of left off with the group and everything.
the last one was so good, even
And-
with its issues.
Well, I told you how fucking spoiled everything was. I showed you that commercial. It was
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It was like the three, it was like the big
Oh my
surprise,
God.
and the last three boss fights were all in this commercial. Like this is everything.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
But I
Like
enjoyed.
a week after it came out. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I get you want to show the cool stuff, but
God,
Yeah,
it was
come on.
insane.
Come on.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for that one too. I'm not even like a huge Star Wars fan, but I just really liked how that first one played, and it looks like they're really like taking that to the next level and everything I've seen about this one.
We have dismemberment.
Yes, finally.
Cut off the stormtrooper's leg.
Yeah.
May 2nd, Redfall.
Speaking of, no physical edition. Do you see about that? Where it's like when you buy it, like a box is a code in a box.
No, Bethesda came back. PC version will be a code.
Oh.
Xbox version will have a disc.
Okay. That
What
makes
will
more
be
sense.
on that disc, who knows? But there will be a disc.
license
be
file. That's it.
I was gonna say it
Be a
could be like
soundtrack.
it could be like the Halo Infinite, where you
Yeah,
still
right.
downloaded the whole thing pretty much.
55 kilobyte license file. That's all you're getting.
Yeah. So who knows what will be actually on it?
fair
Honestly,
enough.
after that developer thing, I'm pumped to give it a go. Like, I mean, obviously it's on Game Pass, so why not?
Yeah, it looks fun.
But it looks fun. I think it's gonna be a good time.
I agree.
May 12th, we talked about Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
$70.
$70.
Find
it.
find your content elsewhere. I'm sure it will be fucking everywhere.
No,
It just won't be here because I'm
Called
not playing it.
Nope. May 16th, Amnesia's got a new game coming out, The Bunker. It's gonna be on Game Pass. So.
Yeah.
Uh,
I tried to play the first game. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just die.
It's one of those games where you gotta follow a walkthrough for like the first chapter and
Yeah.
then you get going. But like to help you get going.
Yeah,
It's kind of
it's
like
like-
Scorn, where
Oh, okay.
I still haven't like jumped back into that. It's like I gotta follow a walkthrough to like, okay, so this is how this game works, and then probably take it from
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
May 26th, Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League.
No more tomorrow.
Yes, we will. We'll see. We will see.
Really interested to hear what they have to say. Well, here's the thing. Even if they show gameplay, that's fine, but tell me how you're going to fuck up my world with this game as a service bullshit.
Yeah, I mean that screenshot leaked of like the menu.
So worried about that.
God forbid we just give people contained campaigns.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if the battle pass thing ends up just being like cosmetic, I feel like that's gonna be a huge piece of this. Just like,
And it will be. I
in
mean,
Gotham,
that
in
will be
Gotham
part of
Knights.
it.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
massively
Yeah.
cosmetic and things like that.
If that's all it is, that's fine.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Because, as long as the cosmetics aren't affecting the game and I can still play the game, and if I see something cool, I can be like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to shell out money for this. That's fine. I've been doing that shit with Rainbow Six for 8 years
Yeah,
now.
Right.
But if...
I just want to know how that game is played, like beat by beat. You know what I mean? Like, how is it just open? I just go around and do shit. Is it like mission? Like, I still don't know.
Right.
I mean, honestly, when they show it, it looks cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why Captain Boomerang has a gun because he's a fucking boomerang. But
well, it's kind of shaped at an angle. He just throws the
gun. So I mean, there's like things like that. And, and King Shark also doesn't need a gun because he's a fucking shark.
Right.
But like, I mean, that stuff aside, right? Like, I mean, all the Justice League stuff is so cool. Yeah. Like to have all those characters in the next level of the Arkham universe, because this one is in continuity with the previous Arkham games.
Right.
Even though Deadshot is now black. Hey, whatever.
Yeah.
He was white in the Arkham games. Now he's black. Maybe they explain it. Maybe they don't. Right. I don't know. But I don't know. We'll hopefully have a few answers tomorrow.
I hope so.
10 minutes of gameplay.
I hope so. 15
minutes. Okay, well then we better.
That's got to be one of those things where like they're showing a shorter slice during the state of play, and there's 15 minutes available for you to watch. Because if you just put 15 minutes straight of gameplay in there, you're going to lose a chunk of people.
Then you got an Ubisoft conference.
Yeah. I got all these ADHD people out there like me. We ain't got the attention span for that shit.
And then unannounced that's supposed to be supposedly in May, WrestleQuest.
That game looks awesome. That game looks really fun.
Awesome.
WrestleQuest.
It's a turn-based RPG wrestling game that has a few licensed wrestlers in it too,
like Macho Man.
Like there's like a company that has like the licenses of like Andre and Macho Man. I think Jake the Snake.
Yep.
And Legion of Doom. That's why you see them in other things.
Yeah.
And like you make your wrestler, and it's a turn-based RPG art.
I'm interested.
So
it's
you'll be playing that probably on your Steam Deck, because right now it's only scheduled for PC and Switch.
It looks really fucking rad.
It's not playing on Switch.
Well, but it's got like that like 16-bit like graphics and stuff, so like it'll run fine on Switch. Like, but for you, obviously, that'll be like
I'm not getting a Switch.
Well, right? Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's why you don't have one. So yeah, that'll be perfect for your Steam Deck though.
Excellent.
No.
I keep waiting to find Cult of the Lamb on sale for my Steam Deck.
Oh, there you go. That'd be perfect.
That's an art game.
Perfect. Now let's enter June. Oh, this is another one. My wallet's already crying.
You better stock up on the Steelbook, son.
Yeah, I know, right? I need more people to add Steelbooks to these games. So actually, a couple of these have them. June 2nd, Street Fighter 6.
If you hear any oohs and ahs, that's I just showed our trailer of WrestleFest.
Yeah.
Not WrestleFest. Yeah. WrestleQuest.
WrestleQuest. It's gonna be awesome.
There is reading involved though, just so you know.
That's fine.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. June 2nd, Street Fighter 6.
I've never been more excited for a Street Fighter game.
Oh my god!
Now, granted, I'm not like super up on any Street Fighter games, but like that one looks so good. I'm very, and all the extra stuff going around it too.
Like I can't wait for that world mode. Like, oh my god, that's gonna be awesome.
I am very excited about that. That looks really, really fun.
Yeah. June 6th, Diablo 4. I'm so pumped. Oh my god, I need that now. I cannot wait for the. I think it's
June 4th. You said.
June 6th.
Allegedly.
Ooh.
Well, they're buckling down because they got that beta coming out middle of March to the end of March. So, I mean, that's about right. So that'd be pretty good. June 22nd, Final Fantasy 16.
Allegedly.
Oh, that's happening. I think they learned from.
They don't learn. No one learns shit. I don't want to hear it. No one learns anything.
Yeah. So that one, I got the deluxe that comes with this. The deluxe comes with the steelbook and an additional steelbook that Best Buy's giving me.
Oh my god!
Double the steelbook.
So you're selling two steelbooks?
One game and two steelbooks.
No, I'll probably keep the one that comes with the deluxe just to keep the package together.
Wouldn't that one go for more though?
Possibly. And then I'll sell the Best Buy one for sure. Yeah. And then the no date on it, but the two things here. The remake of Layers of Fear. That's supposed to be with the Unreal 5 engine.
Oh, yeah.
It's supposed to be in June. And that RoboCop, Rogue City.
Oh, my God.
Supposed to be a first-person shooter. Who knows?
Who knows? Because they haven't seen it. I don't think they showed anything since, like, that first, like,
that
reveal
quick
trailer.
Little thing, and that looked fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's RoboCop.
It's RoboCop.
I mean... I'm 25% in already, right?
Oh, yeah, right,
The license has got me 25% of the way there.
Yeah, right.
So, like...
And then it's
Are there plenty of cutscenes with Red Foreman laughing at him and calling him a dumbass?
Oh my god, that'd be awesome. Have you watched that 90s show yet?
No.
not yet.
I don't have
Not
Netflix.
yet. I need to.
You have
Tell my-
Netflix?
No. Canceled a long time ago.
Well, we're still password sharing without. We've not gotten restricted yet.
That's just not gonna happen.
I
They're,
know,
they're,
right?
they're already backing off on that because they're idiots.
They are stupid.
There's just no way to check it.
No,
what if I'm in
it's so
college?
dumb. It's so dumb.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna bring my fucking TV home so I can check it back in with my
Right,
home
yes.
Wi-Fi. Stupid.
And then
Just VPN back to your house. God.
there was one missing here. I believe it should have been June 30th though. Brand new Samba de Amigo
oh yeah.
for the Nintendo Switch. Super pumped on that one. I love Samba. July 21st, Pikmin 4. Okay.
I've said I never played it. I mean, I love Tinykin, but like I never played a Pikmin.
It's not my style. I can't get into it, but people fucking love it. July 25th, Hogwarts Legacy, allegedly, Nintendo Switch.
Allegedly.
Not really good.
July 28th, Disney Illusion Island for the Nintendo Switch. They look like fun.
That's where you can find Hogwarts Legacy for Switch.
Yeah.
On Illusion Island.
Yeah.
Which one is that? The
That's the 2D, like almost like Metroidvania kind of thing.
Oh,
The 4-player
yeah.
that they were showing off during the last direct.
I got you.
With the new Disney art style that they're going to be using. It look cool. I mean, it look neat. I'm not going to pay like $50 for it, but it look neat.
I get used to see. I mean, as if there's not enough Disney in the world. You know, this is like the 100th anniversary thing that they just like had like the big kickoff for. This whole year is just going to be like.
Oh yeah, it's going to be crazy.
It's going to be everywhere.
Yeah. August 29th, Sea of Stars. That is the RPG from the creators of the Messenger, one of Art's favorite games.
That one looks good.
But that's like the turn-based like RPG. It's kind of more like Chrono Trigger from back in the Super NES games, kind of. There is a demo on the Switch currently. If you want to check it out.
I gotta find my Switch.
And then to be announced for August, Lies of P.
Oh no! I thought you said. Oh, is it they give the month?
Yeah,
right. They just give the month
August.
of what it was.
August.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, dude.
So yeah, that's gonna be on Game Pass. I'll give that a go when it's on Game Pass.
I just want that to be like 12 hours. Like, that would just be perfect. And like
it'd
in
be
my
nice.
mind, I
It
know
would be
I don't
nice.
know what else wants that. But like I want it to be 12 hours.
That would be nice. All right, so that's it for quote unquote dates that we have.
We got to August. How fucking stupid.
So here's all the unscheduled for 2023. So
All right,
where we start playing, is it a
Yes,
game or not, or
yes.
is it coming? Here we go, our favorite part.
Interesting parts. Here we go.
All right, so the console version of Age of Empires 4.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I could see it. It seemed like Age of Empires 2 just doing very well on Xbox. So
Okay.
All they need to do is put controller support in there. The Xbox is basically a Windows PC. So
yeah. Alan Wake 2.
I don't. Oh man.
I don't know.
They're just talking about that too.
They made it sound like they were.
Yeah, they made
this
it sound like
year,
they're pretty
but,
far along.
That's the Remedy way though. And then like, yeah, we're really far. Oh, late 2024.
Yeah, I wanted to be done so they can just like focus on Control 2.
Just get this shit out already.
Yeah, I mean, I like Alan Wake. I think I told you about. I played that. I recently played the American Nightmare. And just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Oh God,
I don't know. I don't think so.
I'm gonna say
I'll be surprised.
no.
I'll be surprised. Aliens: Dark Descent. That's that top down. What's that? Asymmetric view twin stick shooter that they showed off during. What they show that off during? I forget what they showed that off during.
Now all I want is Vampire Survivors versions of everything.
Yeah.
I want a Vampire Survivors,
Alien Survivors, Jedi
awesome.
Survivors.
It would work.
All right, the developers they just need to start buying.
There
up
are a
licenses.
million if you go on like a mobile store right now, on the Google Play Store right now, there are a million knockoffs. A million of them.
Yeah.
Someone put a good license on it, and just do the same thing.
Why not?
Man, Star Wars would be so fucking good.
Oh yeah. Assassin's Creed Mirage.
I'm super interested to see what it is.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be like the old school Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, little more open linear.
Yes, like like Brotherhood and like
not a
Revelations
massive world that takes you 90 hours to complete.
Right.
Yeah,
They're saying like it's supposed to be like a 20 to 25 hour kind of like thing, like back still long, but like controlled.
Yeah. I loved so much what Valhalla was doing outside of just like, man, there's 5 million markers on a map right now.
Right.
And like I can't cross this border or I'm going to get myrtleized because I'm at level like 40. That's how at level 180. 180? Like, oh my God. It's like my neighbors. Like, I'm going to be in an accident one time when I'm running away.
Yep.
Anyway. But no, Mirage I think is super interesting just because I want to know what a modern version of the pre-modern Assassin's Creed is. I'm
with you on that. Atlas Fallen. That's a really super pretty game they showed off during the Game Awards. It was one of those games where it was more CG than anything.
I remember the name. I don't remember anything else.
If you saw it, I can't. Who was doing it?
I got it.
Oh, it's from Focus, but it's just like an action replay. Let's see.
So what was it again? Atlas Fallen?
Atlas Fallen. Yeah.
My dog's gonna be pissed, cat.
Smell it all over here.
My dog's not gonna care.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh yeah, it was like sand everywhere.
Yeah, a bunch of sand. Yeah. It looked pretty.
That. Yeah, it looked very pretty.
We'll see. I don't know if it'll be coming out this year though.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see.
Who knows?
Something that was announced a couple weeks ago at the Nintendo Direct. Bait and Kados 1 and 2 HD remaster. They were GameCube games.
Yeah, those were like super expensive GameCube games if you have them right now.
Yes, they are. Those values are about to drop.
Yeah.
So sell them all you can before that comes out. Let's see what else here. Oh my God, there's a game called The Bunny Graveyard. It's a horror puzzle role playing. What the fuck? Okay.
You heard him.
I need to see
horror puzzle role playing.
Yeah, see some of that. Who's gonna be playing Crash Team Rumble?
No, thank you.
No one wants a MOBA. Get out of here. Again, live service. MOBA needs to die, just like live service.
Crash Bandicoot Vampire Survivor.
Yeah, hey, that'll work.
Bandicoot Survivor.
It works on everything.
No, it does.
Mario Survivor.
Yeah.
Just fireballs.
Yeah. Another game that was shown off during that last Nintendo Direct, Deca Police. This is a new level 5 RPG. It looked cool.
It did look cool. I mean, I'm always up for a mystery as well. Yeah. So that looked neat. I kind of lost that was one of those this trailer needs to stop like a minute ago.
It did go a little long.
Yeah, and stop showing stuff. So yeah, that I'm 50-50 on that one.
Yeah, keep an eye on it. It is coming out for PS5 too, so it's not just a Switch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So if that comes out in reviews like gangbusters, I'll be in for sure.
I agree.
Mortal Kombat Survivor.
Oh yeah. Just give it all.
Which one doesn't work? That's a better question. Which one doesn't work? Like real bass fishing? I'd play that game. I'd play Real Bass Fishing Survivor.
Disney Speedstorm. Will that finally come out?
Oh, that's that Mario Kart. Yeah.
That's supposed to be like the free to play. That keeps just getting delayed because it's supposed to be summer, fall, winter. Now God knows when.
I don't know how. I don't know. Yeah, who knows?
Animal Crossing Survivor doesn't work.
No, not really.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
You get the fly net. You get the butterfly net. You
got
the fishing rod.
True. Yeah, I guess that's true. That could.
Yeah, but what tries to kill you in that game?
It's not killing you. It's just like you're just bombarded. You're bombarded by
bees.
butterflies.
You get stung
it
by
doesn't
bees.
have to be bad. It doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't have to be killing you. It can just be like the butterflies and fish and all that stuff is surrounding you all the time.
Conch shells.
Exactly.
Annoying neighbors.
Just NES cartridges just flying at you.
Oh, here's a game that's disappeared. Exo Primal.
Oh,
will that come out this year?
That game does not exist. Even though they show gameplay.
Fair enough.
No, that game. Oh, I don't know.
I think it will, but I think it's gonna be a wake. Like they were hyping it up, and I think it's gonna end up being like a quiet release, and then then that will be discontinued like 6 months later.
Yeah, it's a fucking meme now. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it's a joke.
Yeah. The Expanse, the Telltale series.
I'm just happy to hear Telltale. I don't give a fuck about The Expanse, but
will it happen? Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. So that's the
fuck is that?
So that's the mobile.
I'll say that's not the next part of the remake.
They didn't start with the rename.
This is the mobile where it's supposed to go through all the different Final Fantasy 7. Like, remember when they made that Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition? It's like that, but like 7 remake.
All of them, like
all
Crisis
of
Core,
Crisis Core,
Dirge of Cerberus.
Yeah, it's supposed to cover like all of those games.
Oh god.
So basically replay them all in like a pocket kind of version.
Seems ambitious.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's like
They
6
keep
games.
delaying it.
I think like Advent Children's in there too. Like
Advent Children's
like
in
the
there. They're gonna
movies
make
are
that
in
as
there
a
and shit.
playable. Yeah. I don't know how they're gonna do all that. Like it's.
Well, maybe they're not.
I hope they figure out a way though, because I would love to go through like they're just like especially now that we have like Crisis Core and stuff too. It's like, well, now I want to play Dirge of Cerberus. Like as much of it wasn't that great of a game, I need that story arc though.
Was it a
like,
PlayStation 2 game?
Yeah,
My
PS2.
God.
PS2.
They put that on premium, PlayStation Premium.
Hey, there you go.
Seriously though.
Well, where are the PS2 games that we were supposed to be getting?
Seriously though.
There is
I'm
not a
being
single one
serious.
yet.
They can put bad games up there. That's fine.
Yeah. Here we go. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Will that be winter this year?
No, I don't think
Yes.
so.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
no.
December?
Yes.
December again? Like how Crisis Core was?
Just to mess up Mike's Game of the Year hopes. So anything else
Yeah.
can.
we're gonna record extra early this year.
Yeah.
Nope.
Sorry, this is not the Game Awards. If it came out in 2023, it qualifies.
I agree. Even if it doesn't, sometimes I agree.
yeah, right, yeah.
Sometimes.
Whatever.
Yeah. Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn.
Oh yeah. That one looks
There's still no
interesting.
date on that, but that'd be nice
Yeah.
if it did come out this year. It looked cool. Looked neat. I think it's supposed to be a Game Pass game too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, there was in that list
Yep.
of like games coming out this year.
Yep.
Last year's quote unquote E3 presentation.
Right. Forza Motorsport. Will it come out this year? It
Yes.
was supposed to be last fall, and
Yes.
then they still don't have a date.
It'll be out at some point.
Yes.
this
I
year.
hope so.
Probably not soon, but at some point.
If it didn't show up at that developer direct dealie, I would think like maybe
Yeah.
not. But it's there. I think summer was like the time window they put on it.
Yeah.
That would be a pretty hefty delay
Yeah.
to be out of summer to next year.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be out this year.
Okay. I hope so, because it looks really good.
Can you play in VR?
No, I can't. Can't play in VR, unfortunately.
There's got to be a way.
I know.
I don't look like shit, but there's got to be a way.
This one, I'll be honest, is strictly for me. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. It's like an anime role-playing action RPG. I've been waiting for. It was announced like 8 years ago,
Oh my goodness.
and
Is it a Square Enix game?
and they finally they had like a convention where they actually finally showed the first time actual gameplay, and it's running, and like there was a demo playable. So it's like, all right, we're getting
exists.
there. We're getting there. So that's cool. I've been following that for a while, so I'm excited for that. Hollow Knight Silksong.
Fuck that game. I'm sick of hearing about that game.
Fair enough.
No, I think it. Oh man, I don't know.
I don't know.
Like honestly, it's just one of those things. Like, oh, it's gonna show up, and then it show up, and then it does show up, and then it's supposed to come out this. That was another one of those came out at the Microsoft E3 conference, Dealey.
Right.
Or it's supposed to be out within 12 months of that conference.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're getting real
I'll say, have we
close.
done a scoreboard check on that? How many of those games actually
Yeah, we should.
have come out or have release
Yeah,
dates?
that's something good for
Next time.
Start adding some of that stuff up. Let's see here. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the game. It will come out this year. Everyone will be all about it for like a week, and then no one will play it. It's kind of like Evil Dead. Like everyone
Yeah.
was like all about it. Like, yeah, this is really good. And then after a week, like no one talked about it anymore. And now it's on PlayStation Plus for
right.
free and stuff. So
And servers will be out by the end of the year.
yeah. Like a Dragon, Gaiden, the man who erased his name. Will that be out this year?
Yes.
I think so. I think it'll be out late. It'll be like their fall, like late fall game.
Man, I don't know. They confuse me when they announce like 4 games at once. I don't know which one's which or which one's covers
Yeah,
which storyline
I know.
or when it's
I
coming
know.
out.
You don't care
about this one. You care about the next one.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the this is going to be another brawler one,
Nah.
Yeah.
but it's like Kiryu like in between 8, like what happened after 6, coming up to what's coming out for 9. So like or 8, yeah, 8.
Yeah.
8's going to be the one you're going to care about, like a Dragon 8. That's going to be next year, probably next year. Yeah, next year sometime. That's going to be the next term-based one.
God, I love that game.
It's so good. It's so good. I'm pumped for this. I don't know if it'll come out this year, but Lollipop Chainsaw Remake.
Forgot
Fuck
about
yeah.
that.
Fuck yeah. I so want it. I don't care when it comes out. I will be buying that day one.
It's not coming out this year.
Probably not, but I don't care. Day one, I'll be buying that. The Lord of the Rings, Gollum. Will that come out this year? Finally.
And let anyone care.
I was going to say,
Uh,
do people still care about Lord of the Rings? Who
I mean, people care about Lord of the Rings, but I don't know. Even like what they showed off of that game just didn't look interesting like at all.
Hey, it's like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of an equivalent. It's like, it's just, I don't know. Like, I can't see how that game exists. Yeah. You know, I mean, it seems like it's gonna be like kind of stealthy. Yeah. But then you're gonna be in like some like really crazy environments. Right. So like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Here you go. This one's for you, Mike, from Annapurna. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. That was shown off during one of those Switch Indie Worlds, the most recent Indie World one. I'm trying to remember exactly. I remember. I'm almost positive. Like this, both of us were like, "Yeah, this looks cool." Like I'm almost positive because I remember like the name was weird like that, but it was Annapurna, so of course.
How the fuck you spell Lorelei?
Lorelei, and the Laser Eyes.
I don't remember this at all. Hold on a second, let me look at this thing. Images.
Yeah. It was,
oh, yeah, this is a black and white one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That looked cool.
Yeah,
that looks cool. It's Annapurna, so it'll be one of those where like it probably will be out this year. We probably won't know until the day it actually comes out.
Yeah, it's like a weird black and white thing. It looks kind of like Deadly Premonition.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
It looked cool. Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
Will it come out this year?
Yes.
I think so too.
I think so. Because at the end of last year, like Insomniac kind of like made that point of saying fall again.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't think we're seeing anything tomorrow because he said nothing about first party tomorrow for this the State of Play coming out tomorrow.
They're gonna treat this like they did God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah, probably.
Where like we barely saw that, and then all of a sudden it was like, all right, we're gonna have a State of Play just for that, and like closer to release date.
Yeah, and like
stuff.
a crazy awesome commercial, and
right.
then it'll be out.
Right.
Yeah, I think that comes out this year.
Yeah, I think it'll be fall for sure. Let's see here. Oh, they're making another Payday 3.
Yeah, making a Payday movie.
Are they? Mm-hmm. I can see that working though.
Yeah,
I mean, that totally would work.
Just make it Heat.
I'll probably be bad.
I was saying, is it Heat? I'm pretty sure it was a mission in Payday based off the movie Heat.
Yeah, exactly. I liked our heyday of Payday. We had some fun on Payday.
Yeah, I mean, they put a new one out. I'm sure I'll check it out. I mean,
that'd be the perfect Game Pass game.
Last time I played, the last time I played Payday 2, it felt quite a bit dated.
Oh yeah,
you know, which makes sense given that it's like 10 years old. At this point.
It's quite old now. Really,
I remember playing Payday 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, this is really cool, and like no one cared. And then Payday 2 came out, and it was better.
All right, on the next episode of Is This Still a Game?
Ooh,
Pragmata. That Capcom game that they showed off when they first showed off next gen consoles.
Yeah, it was like the PlayStation 5 like announcement stream or whatever the hell it was.
Payday 2 will be 10 years old in August.
Wow, that's crazy.
Ooh, Pragmata.
This is another one of those Capcom. Is it not?
One CG trailer like 3 years ago.
They've never shown gameplay or anything. I think this is gonna be like what was that one? What was that one Dragon game that they showed off like at the beginning of the PS4 era, and then they never released it?
I thought about Scalebound.
Scalebound?
No, not Scalebound. That was,
another Dragon one.
No, not that one. Not the EDM. No, it was like a more serious, kind of like Dragon's Dogma, but it was something else. What it was called? It was never released. I forget the name of it. But I have a feeling this might go that same route. Like where Capcom is like, yeah, we're gonna do this, and then they get like, yeah, no, we're not.
Capcom was like, they're getting to like platinum levels of having like two different companies, whereas like they're like these are awesome things, and then these weird things like Exoprimal and this,
right?
So like I don't know.
Man, when are you getting to Skull and Bones?
Ooh. Oh, hold on, we're in the arts. We're getting
coming.
That's not a game. It's not coming out this year.
Let's see what else we got here. Oh, I guess. Oh, here it is. Samba de Amigo Party Central. I guess it doesn't have like an exact date. That's why it's all the way down here. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, they don't. They didn't even pad it back on here. Skull and Bones is even on here.
Because it's not a game.
Nope, it's not
coming out this year.
It ain't happening. Absolutely not.
I don't know how they can even release that game at this point. Like they should just cut bait, stop it.
You're not gonna even make your money back on it at all. No
There's
one's
not
gonna
a chance
buy
in hell.
it.
That's what I said. You gotta fucking mitigate cost at this point.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna make it. You're not making money back at this point.
100%. All right, here. I hope it's this one. Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl.
Yeah, I hope that game comes out. That looks
I
good.
hope so. It looks really
Sorry,
good.
you say Chernobyl?
Chernobyl.
Mine over Chernobyl.
Chernobyl.
Hot Tub Time Machine. Chernobyl.
Starfield.
Yeah, it's coming out this year.
I think so too.
Yeah. The fact that they said there's a separate
There's
showcase
not a
just for it
I don't
coming.
think there's a chance in hell that gets pushed out of this year because
When do you think this year though?
Microsoft really needs to start delivering on these first party titles.
Well, I agree. When do you feel like it's coming though?
Fall.
Early?
Not that fall. No.
I'm thinking like late summer,
No, I was thinking like November.
November.
When-
I'm thinking
when-
like August,
When does Redfall come out?
May 2nd. So that's right. I'm thinking like this is like an August game.
Yeah, that kind of makes some sense to me.
November.
Let's see here. Oh, Star Wars Hunters. I forgot about this one. They announced during a Switch Direct long time
Oh
ago.
god,
Long
yeah,
time ago.
yeah.
By Zynga. I don't know.
Mobile games aren't games.
Yeah. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD remaster. Good old Konami trying to make a comeback here.
Yeah, with all the wrong games.
Hey, we're getting a bunch of Silent Hill.
They're not interested in making new things. They just want to re-release the old stuff.
Yeah, which I mean makes sense for Suikoden. I mean 1 and 2. I mean
People love those
3
games.
Yeah, people love them. They're gonna sell. It's gonna sell. I think it will come.
Are they out of Castlevania collections to re-release?
Probably. Yeah,
Well,
they
now,
did all the Game Boy games.
now we're into the PS2 we got the 64 games, which I doubt they'll re-release because no one wants those. They got the PS2 games. Those games were actually really good. Lament of Innocence, and there was one other one. I can't remember the name of it. They were actually decent. But if they can update the controls,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like more modern, I think it would be even better.
Oh wait, pause. Things we played. GoldenEye.
Oh yeah.
It's I mean it's better with modern controls. Still rough.
Yeah, it looks like it.
That's what I've stared at it like 3 times. Like I don't feel like it.
Yeah, same here. Same.
It came out. I mean,
Well, why not?
it's free. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Let's see here. Coming down to the wire here. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, another game that will just. I don't.
They're running out of horror IPs.
They are seriously.
Next one's gonna be Scream. You heard it here
Well,
first.
listen.
Yeah,
all the good
I'm shocked it has.
all the good horror IPs have already gone to. The fuck's that game?
Oh, Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, they got everything on there.
Scream-
They
yeah,
got
Scream's on there. Yeah,
everything.
Scream's on there.
Scream's
Scream
on
guys
there.
have
Yeah,
everything.
Ghostface on there. Jigsaw's on there. Like everyone's on there.
Freddy Krueger's on there.
Yeah.
Michael Myers is on there.
I played that game very briefly to get trophy or something.
Xbox challenge.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
That sounds.
yeah.
That sounds like
Reward
something I
challenge.
did.
Yep.
It was on there.
Played 3 rounds. Sure, I'll just stand here.
I think I tried. Well, I don't think it was. I think there was one where you had to heal or do something.
Yeah,
as a medic,
yeah.
and
A more
I
recent
couldn't-
one.
I couldn't. One more recent one. I couldn't figure it out, and I was just like, nope,
Not worth it.
Yeah,
not
no,
worth. Because at that time it was only 50 points anyway. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I could sacrifice 50 points. Not these 250 we're getting now.
I know.
I'm doing this.
It was like they want to play the game for an hour. I was like at the Elder Scrolls Online.
just turn it on and
that-
put
hell
the
yeah.
controller
Oh,
down.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I did.
Every so often, hit the thumbstick.
Man, if they had a challenge like that for out of the park baseball,
So you're racking that up.
yeah,
That's right.
I could stack this right.
And the last one that we have here, The Wolf Among Us 2.
I want to believe.
No.
It's not coming out.
God,
this year.
no. It's happening. It will release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But
they had
not
that,
this year.
That weird Jeff Keighley thing where they were they talked to the developers and that was a year and a half ago, 2 years ago maybe even, and nothing since.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I think, like I said, I still think it'll come out. I just don't think it'll be this year. I'll be shocked if it's this year. I'll be really surprised.
My playtime.
Oh my God. How many days is that?
I don't know.
It's 1,000 hours.
Oh my God.
I don't know. It's how many days it's been on my computer.
Get a job.
It's running. It's running while I'm working. There was a night with that game last week where I sat down walk past my office going to bed, and I'm like, oh, let's sim the end of the season. Oh, I made the playoffs. Sim the playoffs. After the postseason, I'm like, I'm leaving it here and going to bed because it was like 4:30 in the morning at that point.
God.
Oh my God.
Jesus. So we've had a very active early 2023.
Yeah.
We've got some big games that we know about coming, but there's a lot to still come. It's very.
We only know games to August.
Wide open.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So we got a lot of stuff coming.
Oof, man. And then we have things like Hi-Fi Rush.
Hi-Fi Rush, yeah.
Out right now.
Metroid Prime Remastered. Shadow Drop. Which I'm hoping mine is coming in tomorrow. It was great because Tiger had that buy one get one half off.
Oh yeah,
and they had it on there for like 2 hours, and I just happened to get it in that span.
Good for you.
That and Samba, so it was like perfect. Yeah,
all kinds of good stuff. But like you said, I mean, I feel like this is like every year now too. It's just like, we feel like, oh man, this front loaded the first quarter of this year is crazy. And then by the end, I was like, oh my, look at all these things, all these like indie games that like get announced and then drop like 2 months later, and like that, all that kind of stuff happens all the time too. And all these games have been announced forever finally come out. Yeah, who the hell knows? I mean,
I think it's gonna be a crazy busy end of 2023. It's gonna be wild. It will starting like May is when we're gonna start getting some stuff dropped about that. But
I want to get some like definitive things on some real AAA titles, like the stuff from like the. Like the Starfield of the world and Spider-Man that we talked about, and God knows, I mean, we don't know a ton of what PlayStation is doing right now. Like we know that they announced Wolverine. It's coming, by the way, from the same studio.
Right. So we know that's at least another year or two out.
Right.
Because that's gonna be after.
Yeah, Wolverine's gonna be like 2025.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, but there's all kinds of Sony studios that have not put out a game in a minute now that we don't know anything. Nothing even announced, talked about, hinted at.
Yeah. Nothing from Bend again.
Nothing from Bend. Nothing from Pixel Opus. Nothing from.
What's Sucker Punch? Sucker Punch nothing right now. I don't think they have anything right now either.
I think
Insomniac's really the only studio doing anything right now.
It seems like it.
And they just keep pumping shit out. Yeah, because another Ratchet's coming soon.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that
it's been a while. It's been a while now. So Ratchet will probably next year actually.
Yeah,
in between Spider-Man and Wolverine.
Guerrilla was supposed to have two different studios. Yeah. I mean, one doing Horizon stuff, one's doing something else.
Yeah. There's Studio Japan, which I'm assuming better be working on Astrobot 2 for VR2.
Is it Asobo or Asobi or? I forget which one of those. One. Yeah.
Oh. That's right.
Oh man. Yeah. So either one of those, I don't know.
I had to stop and get the kid a Red Bull before I came here.
So there's all kinds of stuff that we don't know about. I hope that we find something out sometime soon.
Well, not only that, but like looking at like all the Xbox studios, like these new studios they created from the ground up. Like, what are they working on?
Perfect Dark.
Yeah. Maybe.
Not a good one.
Supposedly Fable may be in playable mode now, maybe.
I mean, Fable, that like graphic, was that 3 years ago now?
Well, that was when they first showcased, the Series X,
And like Hellblade 2, I mean...
Hellblade 2 has to be this fall.
I sure hope so.
Like, I feel like that one has to be this fall. Because, I mean, that would be... See, and that's where I kind of feel like that's the November one. I feel like you got May for Redfall, and then we'll have like August-ish for Starfield, and I think November, December, potentially even for Hellblade 2 is my guess. I'm just trying to think. Like, I just because I feel like Starfield was more ready to go than Hellblade.
I mean, looking at it from like the other side of the coin, just like the business side of it, but like Starfield's been hyped up for how many years now?
Sure.
Like, do they want to use that to push hardware for the holidays?
Yeah.
Do they feel they need a big game to push hardware for the holidays?
I mean, they could really have a really great year of like, hey, here's a shit ton of first-party titles that are coming out. Like, starting with Hi-Fi Rush and ending with Hellblade, and having like 4 or 5 games in between, whether it be Forza and Hellblade and Starfield and Redfall and like, all right, hey, that's a good year,
right?
I mean, that's a great year.
Absolutely. That's a really good year right there.
Especially if they all turn out.
I would say, if they turn out as expected,
I mean, it would be an amazing year.
I mean, even if Redfall is fine, if Starfield is a Bethesda Studios game, probably going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm Hellblade 1 I loved. Hellblade 2 is probably going to be good.
It's going to be good.
Forza's going to hit because that's a very. I mean, people love Forza. Yeah. So and I mean, Hi-Fi Rush already hit.
Yeah,
so like
right.
it's
exactly.
You know, they have a couple of okay games in there. They put out a good, solid catalog of first-party games for the first time in.
Yeah.
I mean, Hellblade's got to be soon because that's something they showed off like when they announced the Series X.
Yeah. The first game they showed on the X.
Yeah, that's why I feel like that's got to be this like the late game this year. Only and the only reason why I say like with Starfield, right, they can release it in August is because of Game Pass. They're not necessarily worried about physical sales. You know what I mean with that.
Right.
So like that's why I think they could release that earlier because with Game Pass it doesn't really matter because you're not buying like together.
I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I think. And again, it depends on how they all look at it. If they think they're going to sell hardware regardless around the holiday time, why waste a big game then? Starfield's a game that's going to sell hardware.
Oh yeah,
and they can. I mean, they've been talking about like a streaming stick or box or something as well. Like they could have.
You can buy a Samsung TV and stream Game Pass on your TV.
100%. But like they could sell they could sell their Game Pass stick that comes with 3 months of Ultimate and put Starfield as like on the cover. And that's.
Well, that's what everyone's speculation right now is too, because while PS5s are out in the wild, Series X's are, but not so much, and it's kind of hard to find them. Well, everyone thinks they're preparing, kind of like what they did with Halo. They're preparing the Starfield Series X. It's going to come with Game Pass and all that. You know what I mean? All that kind of stuff. So and they think they're going to be kind of like what PlayStation did with God of War. Like we got War Ragnarok, there was like no PS5s, then all of a sudden they're everywhere. It's the Ragnarok version everywhere.
Right.
It's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be the Starfield version everywhere, basically.
Yeah, there's a God of War Ragnarok PS5 that's been sitting at Meijer for like months.
Yeah. Every time I go to the Walmart over here, I was just kind of glance. I'm just curious. Plenty of PS5s. Every so often, actually, they used to have Series S's, and those have been gone for a while now. And they've had one Switch OLED in there for a while. Just one, just sitting there. they had a few of them, but there's only one. There's now just like one sitting there. But I'm sure, when the Zelda version comes out, though, that'll sell like crazy.
Sorry, Beth just landed. Someone can talk. I don't need silence to send it. I don't need silence to send this text message.
No, we're gonna wait.
It's very important.
We're gonna wait.
All right, fine. Let me craft this then.
No, 2023. Like I said, early 2023 has already been like hit after hit after hit, especially like in my opinion, like just a lot of stuff that for me that I play too. It's like just been hit after hit, which is great. It's killing me because I'm juggling multiple games right now, but it's
and multiple hardware.
It's great, but
you're juggling multiple games, and then you got a VR headset.
And then that too, all that on top of it. But no, it's great, but the thing is, like, for me, like, it's like, okay, cool, March. Looking at March, the only thing that like I potentially want to buy from March is like Resident Evil 4, but I'm gonna wait. So which is fine because I'm gonna wait for a sale. So it's like perfect. Right now I got a whole month of like potentially nothing. I mean there could be more. Some probably pop, but it's like cool. Like give me some time. Like and then again April's very quiet until the end when Star Wars finally comes out. So it's like it's kind of nice. I got this like little like and then June and July are usually always very well. Actually June this year is not fucking quiet. I take that back. But July, well, that means July will probably be quiet then. Like, I mean, and then before we start getting into late August when Starfield comes out, and then go from there. So, I mean, it's gonna be a packed year. It's gonna be good. I mean, it's like I said, it's already, and we're getting some of these like more of that COVID delays. Like, it's like we're getting caught up. I feel like now we're really getting caught up with that stuff.
Yeah, I'll be in for a good year.
I think so.
All right. Any final thoughts on 2023? Prognostications, what might be coming out?
Not a game, but let me take a minute to talk about Rainbow Six here. They announced their like year 8 roadmap.
Yeah.
And they're actually going to try to combat people using mouse and keyboards on consoles, which could be interesting. And if they nail it, that could be huge for first-person shooters across the industry.
I was gonna say that would change a lot.
Yeah, because I can tell you when someone I'm playing Call of Duty. Yeah. I can tell you when someone's using a mouse and keyboard real quick.
Yep. So yeah, I'm curious to see how that goes. I like they announced it over the weekend, and basically they're not banning people doing it. What they're going to do is tack on additional input lag to them to the point that it becomes annoying.
No, right.
And if they unhook the whatever device they're using, they call it input spoofing, I think. If they unhook whatever their mouse and keyboard device is and play with the controller, it goes away.
Interesting.
And if they plug the thing back in, it gets detected. They ramp up the input lag again.
Oh.
The only reason that it's funny because in the press conference, guys we really easily could have just banned these people. If they do that, they're going to lose half their fucking player base on console.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be interesting to see.
Yeah,
because like you said, if it works, if they do it and they nail it, oh yeah, all these other I can see Call of Duty and stuff I can see them all implementing that going forward.
Yeah, why would you not?
Right. So that's it. It's not a game coming out, but a feature that could be
cool,
big.
That could be. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, well, I think that's going to be it for today. Hopefully this PlayStation thing is interesting tomorrow, and we'll probably be talking about it next time.
Yep.
All right. Good. See you next time, Stickheads.